we ain't never on time. Cause anytime you schedule something on YouTube, especially a live feed, and you want it to start at the correct time, as soon as that time hit 3 p.m., nothing works. Internet don't work, laptop don't work, don't nothing work. So you know how that go. I hit the live button and it just went in circles. It wouldn't start up. I don't know what's going on with the internet. I don't even know if this internet is good. Let me go look and see. Are we really live? Because the people want answers. They want to know how they can get ahead with a dirt cheap operation. Is that right? We got, okay, two people. Oh, we live. Okay. Oh, that actually looks good. Let's see if okay, we got audio. I'm on my cell phone because the laptop failed on me. High Rollers, Las Vegas. No, we are not a high roller. I am not dumb enough to be up in Las Vegas as a truck driver in the high roller section. I just bought the shirt. We don't do no high rolling. As a truck driver, we don't do no high rolling. But we can. We got the ability to do some high rolling in Vegas. But we don't do no high rolling because as stupid as a truck driver, you're going to roll yourself right on up out of trucking doing that high rolling shit, okay? Ask me how I know. Now, I didn't work in the high roller section. I have. On my birthday, a couple of years back, it was my birthday. They gave me one of them player cards. You know, you get your little player card. I went over to the high roller section. It was slot machine out there in West Memphis, Arkansas. If you ever been in there, I put $5 in the slot machine. It's the high roller section. $5 a hit. I put $5 in there. Pressed the button. It gave me $700. I got my money. I left. But that was on my birthday, so that really don't count. It don't. But I got experience. So Andrew have been in the high roller section, but that's as much high rolling as I ever done. Yeah, $5, 700. That was a good return on investment. That wasn't no investment though. It was a high roller section in West Memphis, Arkansas. How y'all doing today, man? I just got out of class. Just got out of class. Gotta go and make my money on YouTube. Okay, got to pay for all this stuff. Yeah, I got to pay for all this stuff. This ain't, it's an expensive trip, baby. It's an expensive trip. Fuel, travel, lodging, food. What pays for all this, Andrew? Trucking. Trucking pays for everything. What do you mean? What pays for it? Trucking. You want Andrew to stay on topic, but Andrew be all over the place. I do. I ain't even on time. I'm late. So if you was late with me, you on time. And if you was early, which you was only 60 out early, you was on time too. Okay, so anyways, you want to know how you can win with an older truck, 2007 and older. Okay, 2007 and older, but we need to put a age limit on that older so you don't come out with a 1970 cabo. Okay, so we need to say like 1995 to 2007, although it can be done with an older 80s model truck because it's all the same concept. It's just gonna cost you more money up front to repair things, okay? So you're gonna get some good game from Andrew, okay? Now this is game that I've already done twice, okay? That's the key thing. I actually done it in real life twice, okay? Maybe 3 times, but twice for sure, okay? Twice for sure. Boy, they sell these daiquiris in the drive-through, man, in Texas, man, at the truck stop. This came from the truck stop. Yeah, this came from the truck stop. Daiquiri? Oh, they overpriced though. $12. But boy, they good. They damn sure good. I see Sean Cotton over there at Say Cheese TV. He out there investing in property. Property right now going for 120,000. They was telling him if he should buy it and out on the live feed on IG. Nice little regular size home, 120,000. I'm looking at it, from a property standpoint, seeing what all he gotta do. He gonna have to gut it, do the drywall all over again, baseboards, all that stuff. That's another thing, man, with the insurance. You got to learn construction with the insurance. You got to learn what goes into building the whole entire thing from the ground up. How to rebuild the roof from start to finish. Okay, I didn't know none of this. I don't know no construction, but you know, Andrew is definitely learning because the more you know, the more you earn. Okay, and whatever you don't know, you ain't getting paid for. Okay, so you better learn some construction. Okay, you better learn some construction or you may just be the insurance guy getting cussed out because you ain't, you know what I'm talking about, you ain't paying for stuff. You know, you didn't know that, you know, you were supposed to add baseboards at the bottom of the freaking floor. You didn't know that, so it wasn't in the estimate. So when the construction team come through, the contractors come through, and you know the contractors get their money from the insurance. They can't start the repair process until they get their check. I'm the guy writing the check. They get the check, and this missing. Hey man, hold up now. What is this? What is this? What is this? You too light, son. You way too light, man. You ain't even account for, you know, all this missing, man. What the hell is this, man? So yeah. To learn, it's a whole lot to learn. We was going over the roofing yesterday, from the framing to the wood to the felt paper to the shingles, the drip edge. Got to learn all that. All that. We gotta know how much it costs. You know, everything from ground up. We got the whole thing. So yeah. We've been doing a lot of training. Now back to the subject while we was waiting for people to get in. You want to know how you can win with an older truck? But Andrew already bought an older truck, and I'm upside down right now. Of course you are, because you can't just buy an older truck and put it on the road and hope for the best. Unless you're doing like what Andrew do. I did that on the classic, and it's still rolling. It's still rolling. Well, no, I blew the transmission. I did. I blew the transmission, but I bought a new transmission and a new clutch, and now it's still rolling. You know, I guess until I blow the motor, I don't even know if I'm gonna ever touch the motor. I might just drive the classic till it explodes. I thought about it. I said, hey man, but shoot, I may just do like I did the freaking flat top, drive it until it explodes, and when it explodes, we figure it out then. You know. But see, I got a network though. I got a network. I stay within a perimeter. I don't go too far with the classic unless they're paying the money. And if they're paying the money, I end up in like Minnesota or something like that. But usually I'm in my network. If we're going east, we got connections in Atlanta. We got mechanics in Atlanta. We got mechanics in Tennessee. We got mechanics in Mississippi, a secret shop. Got mechanics in Texas. So anywhere along I-40, if I break down, chances are I can pay to have the truck towed to whatever mechanic is along that I-40 corridor. Okay, so you need a network. Now, how do you get a network? You need to own the truck and be paying for repairs. That's basically how you do it. If you're a lease driver, you can't get the experience. If you're a lease driver, you're gonna have to go with the warranty, Freightliner, dealership. You know, you gotta play the dealership game. You can't really get no experience like that because you're gonna be dealing with the dealership. So that's not necessarily. You can't really do nothing with it. I mean, you gotta have to do the warranty game. I don't know anything about the warranty game. I never been through the warranty game. Uh, I never used the warranty on none of my trucks. Never needed to. I really don't believe in a warranty. I don't buy no warranty. I mean, some of my trucks they got warranty on it. The flat top, the classic, both of those got warranties on the transmission. Not that the motherfucker's gonna blow anyway. I couldn't care less. I mean, if they would have said, "Hey Andrew, we can give you a warranty on this brand new transmission, this remanufactured transmission. You know, you pay us extra $2,000, we'll give you 2 years of coverage." I probably wouldn't get it. Okay. It's not gonna be that cheap though, but you get the idea. But you know, some people need the warranty, some people don't. I wouldn't get it for 2,000 just because the damn transmission is 3,500. So that's like me paying for the transmission twice. So yeah, I wouldn't get it. Yeah. And how long is a transmission supposed to last? 10 years? or more, minimum 1 million miles. So why do I need to pay you $2,000 to get 200,000 miles out of a transmission that's supposed to be built to go a million plus? Okay, so I'm just saying, the Freightliner Century, the blue truck, the transmission is sitting at 1.4 million miles, and it feels super smooth. It does. It feels super smooth. Uh, the transmission in the flat top, it blew at 700,000 miles. It did, just like the engine. The engine, the clutch, transmission, 700,000 miles. The whole truck went down. It did. 2020. It all back to back to back. The engine blew. Then the clutch went out. Then the transmission. And then 9 tires on the freaking truck and trailer we had to replace. Y'all remember that? 9 tires. Everything was back to back to back. 3 tow trucks in a row. Can you afford 3 tow trucks in a row? They kind of cheap because, like I said, we got a connection. Okay, so tow trucks. I was breaking down in Midland, Texas. So tow truck, my mechanic, 40-mile distance. It was like $400 a tow. So $400, that ain't nothing but just a half of a load. So, yeah, we can afford to tow it as long as we do 1 load a week, okay? So, let me see if I can get these comments pulled up over here with this funky internet that we got going on over here. Wi-Fi internet on this hotel room. Let's go to live. Monetization on. We need to see some advertisements. There we go. Get them ads going. Get the money rolling in. We don't do nothing for free, only for the fee. Even if it's for 10 cents. Okay, I'm just saying. Even for 10 cents is better than no sense. Okay? Yeah. 10 cents is better than no sense. Okay? So get the money rolling in. Okay? Let's see. Comments. Do. Pop out chat. There we go. Now I can see the comments. Gotta put my glasses on so I appear to look smarter with the glasses. You see? Now they may take me more serious with the glasses on. They won't think I'm hating. Hey, Andrew, you're just a hater. You don't want people to get ahead. But yeah, I don't care if you get ahead, just so y'all know. I don't care if you take the advice, you don't take the advice. I'm about leaving in trucking at this point. You either want the advice or you don't. Are you talking to somebody that's actually doing it? I'm not pretending to own the fleet. I actually own 3 trucks with the title, and ain't none of them disappeared. So any day of the week, we can always go check on the truck. We got GPS tracking. If I want to know where they at right now, did the tow truck get me this week? I can just pull up the phone. Do I need to pull up? I'm gonna pull up the phone. If I can find the phone, we'll pull it up. Show you about the GPS. Some of y'all was asking me about the GPS track. Let me see. Got to have the GPS tracking when you own it out here, because they steady trying. Oh, found the phone. They steady trying to put you out of business. They are. They looking for you every which way. They know you're somewhere out there. They know I'm in Texas, so they really looking for the equipment. You may not think they looking, but they looking. Like, Angel, why would they just be looking for you? You're a small fish. That's why they looking right there. You're a small fish. You're an easy target. They want you to be paying for parking, $300 a week per truck, $900. I mean, not a week, a month. $900 a month. That's what they want you to be paying. In order to make you pay, they got to constantly tow you until you decide, all right, I'm tired of being told. Let me just go over here and pay this fool $900 a month. That's what they want you to be doing. Taking a fat L. Owning and losing, okay? Now I'm gonna show you GPS on the phone, Lord, if I gotta get on Wi-Fi though. Oh, the phone did. Y'all gonna be out of luck. I turned it on, it turned itself back off. See, we can't track with no power, so I might have to go over here and plug it up. We might have left it on too long. We gonna see though. Is it a Super 10 in the blue truck? It's not a Super 10 in the blue truck. It's a 9-speed converted to a 13-speed transmission. Okay, the phone turned back on. It says 0%. So unfortunately, as you can see, it just died again. So we gotta put it on charger. We have to put it on charger. Yeah, the blue truck, it was a 9-speed when Warner bought it back in 2006. Somewhere along the line, the owner operator bought it, converted it over to a 13-speed transmission. Am I going to Vermont? Actually, I'm not going to Vermont. We was talking about that in insurance class today. We're not going to Vermont because unfortunately, wait a minute, we got to say it just like this. Totally sorry for your loss. I know you're going through a rough time right now. Your house has been completely flooded. We understand. We understand. It's a tough time right now for the citizens of Vermont, and we want you to know that we're just. I don't know how to tell you this, man, but unfortunately, your homeowner's policy does not cover flooding from ground level up. Unfortunately, I don't know. What I'm trying to tell you is we're not paying for anything whatsoever. Unless you got a flood insurance policy, which is looking like you do not have that. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I don't know. We can't cover nothing. It's just a total loss. We can't cover unless you got a flood in. Maybe you was the 1% that's got the flood insurance. You know, it don't flood in Vermont. I understand, but I mean, your policy just don't cover it. So unfortunately, we will not waste time going to Vermont simply because no one got flood insurance. But it may just be 1% out there that do not. If it was flooding, coming from, the roof down, we would cover that. Oh yeah, water damage coming from the roof down, yeah, we would cover it. But this is from the ground up. We don't cover that. Okay, so. We will not be going to Vermont. Unfortunately, that right there is I don't know what to tell you. Unless you were smart, if you were smart, now this is like the 0.1% of people. If you were smart, it's possible that you may have done something right as it was flooding. If you were smart, if you knew better, you would do better. Let's just say you didn't have it, you didn't hit us from Andrew, okay? You didn't hit. Let's just say scenario. You saw the flood coming, everybody's house getting flooded, and you just happen to be, cooking a turkey in the oven on 500 degrees. You was cooking a turkey 500 degrees, and as the flood was coming in, the house was burning down at the same time. Just that would how we would have to cover that under fire damage. Now the homeowner's policy does cover fire damage. That would be considered fire damage. Then we would replace the whole house. But since nothing burned down, yeah, we not even gonna fool with you. I don't know what to tell you, unless you got a flood insurance policy. Back to the trucking. Okay, let's see. Is there a $15,000 flat top with an automated manual or what? Automated manual transmission. What the hell is that? You mean an automatic transmission? Let's talk about the automatic transmission. The automatic transmission. The suit and tie guys have successfully found a way to keep you from getting hit when you got your CDL. What did they do, Andrew? See, when I got in to CDL school, we had manual trucks. '07 and under. That's what this topic about. '07 and under manual. But when you got into CDL school, they didn't have all that shifting and all that, and it was a little bit different for you. What they had was automatic trucks, cameras facing both ways. They had the latest, greatest shoe shine on the bumper when you get close to a bridge. It may just make that hard right into the bridge. You never know. That's what they had for you. So, and then to make it even worse, they took your CDL and stamped it with the no, with the manual restriction. Yeah, you can't be doing no manual activity out here. So even if you wanted to get ahead, you can't. Okay, because they stamped it on their CDL just in case you thought you was gonna learn this old truck game and get ahead. No, 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 no. See, if you want an automatic truck, you can still do it, man. You can do it. You can do it. But you're probably gonna be looking for a truck that's 2012 and up, okay? So it's gonna run you a little bit more money. The repairs are gonna be a little bit more money too. The emission system, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Now, this could work with the newer truck. There's people on YouTube doing it. You're gonna have to take those keys. You got to put them keys in the seat with the cash. You got to put some cash in that seat too. Park it behind Migos and walk away like this. You're gonna walk away for about, 4 hours minimum, maybe a whole day. You're gonna come back to the truck. You don't know what happened. The keys are still gonna be here, but the money is gonna be gone. Yeah, the money not gonna be there no more, but the keys will. You're gonna start the truck up. It's gonna feel different. It's gonna feel different. It may sound different. You may notice on your dashboard a check engine light. That's a good thing. The check engine light is a good thing. All that means is that the truck is working perfectly, okay? It's working perfect. The check engine light is on after the money's gone. That may be a good thing, okay? Then don't worry about it. It's going to stay on. The rest of the life, it's going to stay on. Don't worry about that. If anybody asks, it's just low on oil. That's how it's just low on oil. That's why the trip. But you're not worrying about that. You know that you was in good hands. Okay, now you gonna ride that thing out. You're gonna be saving money. That's right. You're gonna be saving money when you go to the fuel station. They got DEF, which we don't pay for with 2007 and older trucks. Okay, they got DEF. That's a bill right there. I ain't paid for DEF in years. I don't know. Oh God. Oh, in 2023, I paid for some DEF back in, I think 2018. Or was it 2020? I think I ran a truck in 2020. No, I didn't pay for DEF. It was free. DEF was free if you work for quality carriers. You just showed up, got the DEF coolant. Oh, they didn't give us free oil, but they gave us free coolant and free DEF. So I didn't pay for it then. So we gonna say about 2018, somewhere right in there. You not worrying about no DEF no more. All that right there. Well, Andrew, what do I do about the DEF tank? You gonna fill it up, and it's gonna last. That one fill up of DEF, that's gonna last the remaining of the life of the truck. Yeah, that one, once you fill up, put that however many gallons it hold, 5 gallons, that 5 gallons is still gonna be in there. So if you look, it's still gonna be there. You drive 5,000 miles, come back, look again, it's still there. Okay, so you ain't worried about DEF. You have officially expanded the life of the DEF, okay? You expanded the life of it. So, don't worry about all that. That's for 2012 and newer. People that need all that new technology, okay? We talking about '07 and older. '07 and older, okay? Now, where do you find the truck at? It's a good question. Andrew, where do I find the truck? What truck to get, Andrew? What engine to get, Andrew? It's a good question. You got a lot of options. got a lot of options. You got Cat, you got Cummins, you got Detroit. Those are the only three options I'm suggesting. That's it right there. I ain't said no other engine. Yeah, Mercedes Benz it is. It's a good engine, but you ain't got the connections to make it work, so don't even worry about that. Cat engine is expensive. You gonna need a lot of money to make the cat engine work. No, not a little money, a lot of money. But Detroit, you got Detroit 11.1, 12.7, 14 liter. I haven't myself dealt with the 11.1, haven't dealt with the 14 liter, but I dealt with the 12.7. I have. It's a real fun truck. Mine is souped up, so I don't know how they drive stock, but I like the 12.7. Damn near any mechanic can work on it. If they can't work on it, you better get the hell away from that shop right there. If they cannot work on a 12.7, you need to run. That's what you better know. Even that TA can work on it too. If they talking about they can't work on it, you need to run. Okay? Don't ever come back. Wi-Fi. Let's connect to Wi-Fi. For brand new people starting out, I wouldn't recommend the Cat engine simply because it's gonna cost a lot to fix it the way you need to fix it to get it rolling. But you can take shortcuts. You can get parts cheaper. You can try the aftermarket. You can do all that. Hey, if you just happen to find a truck, maybe you found one $5,000, $9,000. It just happened to have a Cat. You didn't calculate it how much it's gonna cost you to do what you need to do to get this truck back on the road. But for this particular video, we gonna go with, I see somebody saying the N14 red top for the Cummins. There you go. That's 99 and older right there. It's a good engine too. I always wanted one. I just ain't got one. We gonna go with the 12.7 Detroit 60 series. So let's say you go out, you go to the auction. We was just at an auction. We was at Richard Bros. Freightliner Century, Freightliner Columbia, FLD 120, whatever model truck you want. 12.7. Some Peterbilts, they got the 12.7. Some Kenworths got the 12.7. Whatever you find out there, we just talking about the 12.7 motor. You can go out there and get as big of a truck you want. You can get one like Andrew that barely can turn. You can get one that can turn. I got the one that can't turn and the one that can turn. So the difference is just which one, you can drive, okay? So you go to auction, you buy a Freightliner Century or Freightliner Columbia. Around this time, $7,000 to about $10,000. It's gonna have about 1.5 million miles on the motor. You get the truck. What do I do next, Andrew? Before you get it, there's a couple of things that it must pass before you buy the truck, okay? With the method I'm finna give you. Number one, the truck needs to start up. Yeah, it's got to start up. It's got to run. You don't want to hear no knocking noise, no clicking noise. It needs to sound like any other diesel truck engine, nice and regular, okay? Even if it's pushing 1.4, 1.5 million miles, it needs to sound nice and regular just like any other engine. It's okay if it's high mileage, but it needs to start up, okay? Don't be talking about, hey man, I know it's a good engine because dude over here told me, and he said it's got an overhaul. It's got an overhaul. He ain't got no paperwork, but it's got an overhaul. If they ain't got no paperwork, they ain't got no overhaul. It's just that simple. If they don't have paperwork, they don't have an overhaul. There is an exception to that rule because Andrew does not have paperwork for his Mercedes overhaul. Did you hear what I said? I don't have any paperwork for the Mercedes being overhauled. There's an exception. The exception is if they don't have paperwork, They clearly got a way to show you that the overhaul was done. So how does Andrew show you that the overhaul was done? I got pictures and videos. Okay, it's just that simple. You can look and say, oh, okay, oh yeah, that's definitely been overhauled right there. How do you know? Because I got videos and pictures. With the cat, I don't have any pictures of overhaul, but I got all the receipts. I got all the label. We can call the shop and verify. Okay, so anyways, so you get your Freightliner from the auction or whichever truck you want. It's got the 12.7. What do I do next, Andrew? Well, first, if you get it from the auction, you better have some maintenance money and a shop to at least tow this truck to if it break down en route. I don't know where you're gonna take it. Let's say you buy the truck, you take it back to the house. Hopefully the house is within that state or not too far away. Maybe 5 miles, not 5 miles. Freaking 5 hours. No more than 5 hours away. Okay, you Bob Teller. More than likely, nothing's really gonna go bad, Bob telling, hopefully, but if it do, then be prepared to tow the truck to some mechanic that fits whatever needs to be fixed. The motor blowing, I don't think the motor gonna blow on no Bob telling. You may blow the turbo, coolant leak, hose may pop off, something like that, but blowing the engine, Bob telling, I don't know about all that. You make it to the house. I'm trying to show y'all my tracking. The Wi-Fi acting funny though. It's loading up. You make it to the house, you got your 12.7. What do I do next, Andrew? Do I put it on the road? A lot of people do that. They do. They say, you know what, Andrew, man, it looked good at the auction. It ran good. I'm just gonna stick it on the road. I may put some tires on it, fix the lights, electrical work, put it on the road. Okay. I did it. I did it. But I can take that risk because I had two other trucks to back it up. I didn't care. I mean, hey, if it blow, it blow. But this is your first truck, though. You don't want to take risks like that. So before you just roll the dice, you want to be a high roller. You don't want to be a high roller in trucking. You don't want to be a high roller in trucking. Am I connected to the internet? Nope. There we go. The first thing you want to do so you don't end up. Let me take some real life examples, okay? Real life examples. We had a YouTuber a couple of years back. They bought a truck, an older truck, pushing about 1,000,000 miles. He had an automatic transmission on I don't know if it was a 12.7 or a 14 liter. I think it was a 14 liter. They didn't do nothing to it whatsoever. The truck, the starter went out in the fuel island. They had to get the truck towed. It was like a $2,000 bill. They came on YouTube talking about why they can't make it with an older truck, this, that, and the third. Y'all got right up there in the comment section and just gassed the person head up on why you shouldn't have bought the older truck. Y'all know how y'all be doing with these women truck drive. Y'all start doing that, gassing them up, filling their head up with a bunch of BS. But she didn't ask nobody that's really about business. Nobody that actually owns a truck. We could have prevented all that. How do you prevent something like that, Andrew? How do you prevent the damn starter going out in the fuel island? Like what happened to me back in 2015 with Knight when I hit the Volvo. It's on YouTube. This is how you avoid it. It's very simple. Before you even take a load, you go take your ass to Freightliner with the VIN number. You order a brand new starter. They like $300. And you have somebody install it. TA can do it, a regular mechanic. You put a brand new starter on, and guess what's gonna happen? For the next 3 years minimum, you ain't got to be in the fuel island, turn the truck off, go out here, pump the damn diesel, get back in, the damn truck won't start. Now you gotta put the trash can behind you. You gotta get a regular truck to come tow you, and now you paying for that. And then the shop want $2,000. You ain't gotta worry about all that. You just put a brand new start on in the beginning. You ain't got to worry about that. Andrew put a start on all his trucks. That's the first thing I do. The next thing you can do after you put the start on, you gonna go and get 4 new batteries. Or if you got one of them trucks like Andrew with 3 batteries, replace those next. What does that do, Andrew? That ensures when you wake up from sleeping at the truck stop, or if you like Andrew, you coming out the house, you ain't got to be out here asking for a damn jump starter. Hey man, my batteries, I think I left something on. You didn't leave nothing on, fool. You didn't replace the batteries. That's what you didn't leave nothing on. You didn't replace the batteries. How old are them batteries, man? Them batteries been there since I bought the truck. And that's why I'm not jump starting you because you're a fool, okay? So what you gonna do when you're at the freight line and getting your goddamn starter, go and get 4 batteries. They like $70 each. $70 to $80 at Freightliner. Go get 4 batteries, brand new. Bring your old batteries in so they can give you a cord charge. You're gonna put your start on, put your 4 batteries on, and now you don't have to be on YouTube on some damn live feed talking about, oh my God, I can't believe about this old truck. Man, the start ain't working. They got a tow truck coming, mobile mechanic want $2,000, and then you got all these dudes in the comments section, oh man, I told you not to buy that old truck. I told you, I should have listened to y'all. But you ain't got to do all that. Okay, all that can be avoided if you simply just talk to somebody about business. Okay, but that situation, it happened, and they took a fat L. They didn't have to take a fat L, but y'all get to learn from it. Okay, if you remember, you remember. If you don't, you don't. Because when I saw a live feed, I heard what happened. I'm just like, oh, well, shit. Did you not see HT Road Raider series? We sent it to you. Oh, you didn't watch it. Oh well. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, yeah, we told you what to do. We did. We told you what to do. I'm just saying, whole damn thing going. What does Wi-Fi suck in this hotel room? You see that right there? You see that? You see them dots right there? It tells me exactly where my trucks is at. Let me see. Let me zoom out a little bit more. You'll notice I got 2. Well, I got equipment all over the goddamn place. I got more equipment all over the place than y'all even know about. Okay, so let me show you. We got some equipment here. Wait a minute, hold on. We got equipment here. We got equipment here. We got 2 equipment over here. We got equipment over here. So we got 4 pieces of equipment scattered all over the place. Scattered all over the place. So I know the minute that something get told because it's gonna alert me that the goddamn equipment is going down the road, okay? $25. That's how much it costs to track a truck. $25. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Don't be out here tracking the lease truck. It's only for people that's owning equipment. Don't be trying to track the lease truck. Don't do none of that, okay? Anyways, that's right. You got to have the tracker on the truck when you own because they steady trying to take your equipment. Every time they get a chance. They are steady trying, and you may just have to pull up on somebody the wrong way. Maybe they took your truck. You may have to pull up on them. They don't know what's a tracker in there. Did you see the fools that robbed the armored car? Did y'all see that? Did y'all hear about that? I think that was this week, wasn't it? Did you hear about that? The fools that robbed the armored car for the money? They didn't have no clues whatsoever. They didn't know what happened with the money, who stole it, no fingerprints, no nothing. They didn't know nothing. And a $25 device took the police right to the front door of their house. Did you see the news article? Did you see the news article? I went to the gun range earlier, so I need to refill the bullets in the clip. Some people say, hey, Andrew, man, why you keep showing the BB gun? Only a truck driver. Only a truck driver. Did you see the news article? That's what I want to know. I think I seen it on IG, to be honest. Let me see what y'all talking about. I could test out in the manual and get the restriction off, but I wouldn't know how to drive mountains. See? You could. You could test out in the manual. You know how many times I done heard that? Hey man, hey Andrew, if I want to get the manual restriction off, I could just rent a truck and test out. It sounds good when I say it, right? Now, if you actually try to do it, you'll see just how hard that is to do. How hard it is to actually go out, rent a truck, rent a trailer, get insurance, go to a DMV, and test out. Anybody tried it before? Because I've heard a lot of people talk about it. Have anybody actually tried to do that? More than likely, if you got an automatic restriction, it's just on there. I mean, it's just on there. It is on there for sure. What would you do to get the money for a cash truck in today's market? We got a good question right there. Who that come from? Diamond Ross's. Got a good question. But first, we replaced the starter. We replaced the 4 batteries. Now we got complete brand new power. You ain't got to be the fool in the fuel island with the trash can behind you because you was pumping fuel, you got back in the truck and the truck won't start. You can avoid all that for the next 3 years. Understand there is life expectancies on parts. They don't just last forever, okay? So you need to know how long parts last. You know a tire is not gonna last a million miles. So if you know a tire ain't gonna last a million miles, then you should know brakes don't last a million miles, shocks don't last a million miles, your starter don't last a million miles, your batteries. So if all those parts don't last a million miles, then maybe you can do some research to figure out, well, Andrew, how long do they last? And then you can get an idea, okay, well, if the starter, if we can do 3 years, every 3 years I just replace it. Okay, well then there you go. Maybe you get 5 years out of your starter. If you know an alternator can go up to 7 years, then you can know, hey Andrew, hey, it's been 7 years on my alternator. Should I replace it? Well, you know, they only last about 7 years. Maybe you should. Maybe you should. Okay, I'm just saying. So, you know, these are things that you should know. Maurice Jones. What's up? What's up? Oh, back to the question. What would you do to get money for a cash truck in today's market? It's a good question. What would I do in today's market? It's a couple of things that you could do. Gotta do your own research though, that's number one. I'm gonna give you some W-2 jobs, 1099 jobs, pay a little bit better. None of it is leasing, of course. Job number one, for the people that like to be OTR. It's a company called Truck Mover. They call Truck Mover, OTR. If you like getting on airplanes, going all over the world, go look at them. Truck mover. Most of their drivers, 3,000 plus a week, okay? It's called truck movers. It ain't no leasing. You just drive the truck as a 1099 driver. Damn near no expenses. Just do your research. If you want the W-2 job, you got, of course, tanker work. You got cryogenics. If you're up in the Northeast, it's going to pay a lot more. Chemicals pay a lot more. Gas hauling, cryogenics, any type of tanker work in the Northeast, that's always paying more money than down south with us. It's not going to pay as well, but look into it. Okay? If you got the hazmat. A lot of y'all ain't got the hazmat. Some of y'all records don't allow for the hazmat. But all y'all qualify for truck movers. Another thing you could do is simply go get into some type of specialized field. Andrew, what type of specialized field should I get in? Everybody know how to do a drive-in, so I wouldn't be in that business. Why? Because that's business everybody can do. Who can't hook up to a drive-in, open the back door and close it? Everybody can do it. That's why I don't pay nothing. It's just, I don't even haul loaded drive-ins because it don't pay nothing. I just stay with the empty shit. You know, I just stay with the empty shit. So, Andrew, what should I do? Okay, well, I'm gonna give you some trailers. You can go learn hopper. You can go learn end dump. You can go learn car hauler. You can go learn what's some other type of trailers. You can do U-built. Is it called U-built? Belt trailer. We're gonna call it belt trailer. Different types of grain trailers, different types of tankers, food grade tanker, chemical tanker, gas hauler, cryogenic. You can go learn a new skills what I'm trying to get you to figure out. But if your plan is to buy an older truck, this is how you're gonna survive. This is how you're gonna survive. You see, if you want to play the older truck game, then you gonna need to be able to be hauling a trailer to put some revenue behind it. So I suggest you not be fucking around with the drive-in, okay? This is me personally. I wouldn't be messing around with the drive-in. Go ahead and learn a new skill now. So when you do get your truck, you can go out and buy you whatever trailer you need to do, whether it be an end dump or a hopper or a tanker or something besides the lowest paying freight. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I haul full grade tanker right now. How much harder is pneumatic in the oil field? You don't need to do no pneumatic and no oil field. You're already in food grade tanker. That's already a hot commodity right now. Food grade tanker pays a ton of money. Matter of fact, food grade tanker is damn near 6,000 miles loaded. So you already in the right field. You just need to figure out where them shippers is at. Send them over to Andrew, because Andrew been looking for them food grade shippers, okay? I have. I don't got no food grade tanker because all the dealerships damn near sold out of them. I was trying to get some used ones anyway, but I'm just saying, you already in the right field. But see, with a lot of these chemical companies, with a lot of food grade companies, they never gonna tell you how much the freight actually pays. Because if you knew better, you would do better. Okay, so then what they gonna tell you is it either pays about a cent per mile, or maybe you're getting 21% of the load or something like that, which you don't know how much the load is. It's whatever they feel like telling you it is. Really, I mean, if you run a motor carrier, you already know it's. Hey, if I tell a driver I'm paying 21% or 25% of the load is whatever I decide it is. Hey, man, the load pays shit. I don't know, $500. Load pay 1,000. Let's just say, hey, man, the load pay 1,000. You get 25% of 1,000. Damn, if the fact that the customer paying me 2,000 for it, I told you it paid 1,000. When I write up your settlement, because to write up a settlement, I got to pull out this laptop and manually write your settlement, right, and email it to you. Yeah, it's a software, but I got to type the shit in and send it to you. So I'm just saying, the low only pay 1,000. But if you know the food grade tanker is paying damn near $6 a mile, then you should get an idea. Now you should be going to the shippers asking Let me give you an example. Justin Lewis called. This was I think it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was about 2 weeks ago. We was hauling for Snyder, flatbed out there in Texas. He said, "Hey man, got a load. It's like 300 miles. I think it was paying like $1,000 or something, 1,200. I think it was 1,200. It was like $3 a mile." He took the load. But because he'd been trained by CAJ Logistics, he knew what to do at the shipper. Okay, so he goes to the shipper. He said, "Hey man, I'm just wondering. I'm just curious to know, man, how much did y'all pay for this load?" You know what they told him? They said, "Oh man, yeah, man, they charged us $2,500. Say what? Huh? Snyder charged them $2,500. He only got $1,200. That was 50% off right there. He didn't done a load for 50% off. Yeah, they got the guidelines talking about a max the broker can take us 30% and all that nonsense and nobody enforced whatsoever. Yeah, I understand. They got the guidelines. Yeah, they supposed to give you your escrow back in 45 days until they show you that fake deduction sheet. Do I need to put? Wait a minute. Don't let me get me started on the fake escrow. Hold on. Not the fake escrow game. Do we need to get started on the fake escrow game? Oh, did I change my password? I sure did. What's my password? So now what we do is we ask the shipper after we found out that the load paying 2,500. Hey, do you got some more of these loads, man? How often do you ship this product over to that location over there? Or how often do you order the product from the shipper? Hey man, we order this product Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Cool. This is my card. Or since you're paying 2,500, we're gonna do it for 2,000. We're gonna give you a $500 discount every time you call us on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Yeah, we already over here by the shipper. So just go and call us. 500 off. Yeah, we gonna haul it for 2,000. Why? Because with Snyder it was 1,200. You said you paid them 25. We gonna give you 500 off of that. That's 2,000. Okay, and now you're winning, we're winning, everyone's happy. Snyder, they gonna be alright because they're making carrier. So the fake escrow. God damn, do I send out 1,000 emails a day or what? I forgot what day it was. It's gonna take a minute. I got so many emails. Oh, there you go, right there. The fake escrow account. It's been 45 days since I was in the oil field up in West Virginia. It's been 45 business days, okay? You got the truth in leasing. It's got a paper this long, couple of pages, bunch of writing on it. None of that writing means anything, okay? Unless you go to court, of course. So, my escrow up there for the sandbox trailer, $100 a week, okay? I only used the trailer for about what? I was up there maybe 30 days, a month, something like that with the sandbox. Turned the trailer in because the classic, it wasn't working in the mountains. Got another sandbox trailer. Used it for about a week. Then I just left the oil field altogether. You know, I went back up there with the $15,000 flat top to recoup all my money, you know, from paying maintenance. So $15,000 flat top went up, recouped the money. I turned the trailer back in. 45 days passed. I'm like, hey, I need my $600 back. Where my money at? Show you what they told me. They says, as you can see, the repairs that we made was more money than you had in your escrow account, which is only $600. I said, cool, send me the receipt. Let me see what you're talking about. This is what they told me. Let's look at the receipt. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Hit the wrong button on here. Well, there's the camera. There we go. There we go. Let's see what they had to replace on the trailer. Labor. They changed brakes on the rear axle, changed the two left front tires, and the left front brake chamber. It had recap tires, they had to put used tires on, plus tire disposal, plus brake shoe kit, plus it needed 30 long stroke brake chambers, plus shop supplies. They claimed they did all this work. Look, they even had it broken down. They had it broken down. They said the bill was more than my escrow. Let's see. The bill, $1,022.83. They don't got no trailer number. Oh wait, for the trailer number, wait a minute. They just put GO. What the hell is GO? They don't have a clue. So as you can see, they didn't have the money because, of course, I know what happened in West Texas. I mean, not West Texas. West Virginia, the customer had cut them. They ain't even got the money no more. That escrow they was taking out, that was just free money. They never planned to give it back to you, okay? So they come up with the bill. They claim the bill was $1,022.83. That's what they said. They don't got no trailer number. They don't got no receipts. They just got a piece of paper that the man wrote on the desk. Okay, so what do we do from here? Okay, well, now you have to take them to small claims court in which I can sue them for up to $10,000. They already sent me the evidence. I got my evidence. I took pictures, videos of the whole trailer before I turned it in. Before I got it with the trailer number. So I had to send this over to the court people, to the attorney. They got to deal with it, okay? I want my $600 back, okay? So that's how you handle that. You got to take them to small claims court. That's the only way to get your escrow back. They gonna be wanting to settle, okay? We can settle, but I don't want to settle for $600. I need $5. I need $5,000. So we can settle $5. I need $5. Now, if you in Chicago, the Russians do this all the time. Matter of fact, if you're in Chicago, they ain't even gonna take the time to send you a fake bill. They just gonna straight up take your money and say, nah, the boo-boo. You ain't gonna do nothing about it. So that's how they gonna do you in Chicago, okay? So I'm just, based on what I've been hearing about Chicago, the Russians, the escrow. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Comment down below. Let us know how the Russians been treating you out there in Chicago. Is that what they've been doing? They do you any kind of way out there? Is that what they do? Any kind of way out there? Somebody let me know. Is that how Chicago do you? Let me get back to these comments. See, I've been through it. I know what y'all going through. I go through it too. Where's the comments? We get off topic. We're gonna get back on topic. So you replace the starter, you replace the full batteries, you got full power to the truck. Now you ain't in the fuel aisle and going live talking about how much you hate older trucks. Okay, so we got that out the way. Got that out the way. Next, there's a couple of things you can do. You can, if you just now, some of you guys, if you got the authority and you trying to pass inspection, you trying to pass a DOT level inspection, you gotta make sure all the lights is working on the truck. You got to do some. More than likely, they don't work. Some of them work. Some of them don't work. You may have to, do some wiring. You may have to freaking get the butt connectors, connect two wires, light it on fire. Make it. Okay. Got to repair the lights. If you can't do it, just take it to TA. TA can fix the lights. If it's one thing TA can do, they can do some electrical work. They can fix. It's gonna cost you about $100 to $200 if they work on the lights, though. It is. But they gonna make sure they work. Get your lights fixed. Go ahead if you want. You can put brand new brakes on there if you got your authority. And you talking about taking this truck over to DOT to have it inspected. Go ahead and get your brakes if you need brakes. I just go and get the brakes. If you need tires, go and put the tires on. If they ain't under 430 seconds, they should pass. Sometimes you gotta tell DOT how to do their job. I had to do it before. I had to get out there. They tell me, hey man, your tires looking rough. Don't worry, I got my own tread measurement done. I had to come out there and stick 530 seconds. We ain't got nothing to talk about. Yeah, this is a legal time right here. 532. So come on now. Let me go. Let me go, baby. 532s. Nope. Legal. Nope. Do we need to get the green book out? I'm just saying, I understand. I went through the scale. It activated all the little latest greatest shoe shine. They got the tire measurement. They can see that you got you on tread depth. They saw you a mile away. I understand all that, but got the tread depth gauge on them tires. Let me go. So back to the mechanical part. Next thing you could do if you got the 12.7, because that's what I'm talking about. If you want to make the truck reliable engine-wise, go ahead and just do a basic end frame. Now, this is where it's going to get tricky. It's going to get tricky with the basic end frame, okay? I got my own network, so the price that I pay is probably not the price you're going to pay because it's your first truck. You ain't got no connections, okay? I didn't have no connections either. When my motor blew in my Mercedes, I ain't had no connections. I was talking to SoCal, we ain't had no connections, okay? Not for no Mercedes rebuilt. The connections we had, well, it wasn't no connection at all. We had the dealership. You know what they was talking about? Shit, man, they did me like they gonna do them people up there in Vermont. Damn, Andrew, we don't know how to inform you this. Man, it's looking like you dropped two sleeves in the engine. Oh, okay, yeah. So how much is that? Oh man, he said how much is it, y'all? So they had to go get the pen and the pad. Hold on. This how they did me. They got the pad. Hold on now. Say, how much is it? Wait a minute now. You want to know how much it is? Okay, we're gonna add that up for you. Okay, how much it? Now at minimum, this is gonna be a 60-hour job. 60 hours, okay, Mr. Andrew, 60 hours, and due to inflation, price of parts going up, the price of labeling went up. We charge $200 an hour, so $200 an hour, and it's gonna be a 60-hour job because we got to rebuild the engine. Yeah, that's just labor though. Hold on, that's just. Let me get the calculator out for you, Mr. Andrew. That's 60 hours times $200. So we already looking. We're starting minimum, starting at $12,000 just for labor. Just for labor. Okay. We just thought we just that's just the labor. That's just how much you're going to pay us just to go any further from just this basic inspection. Yeah, $12,000 to continue. Because we got that's tearing it down, rebuilding it back up. You wanna do what? You wanna cut the block? We got a guy that comes and cut the block. Cut the block. You're looking at about $2,000 over here because we like to overcharge. So that's 2,000. Let's cut the block. Cut block. So you're at $14,000. We ain't even bought no parts, Mr. Andrew. We ain't bought no parts. Now you're gonna need shop supplies. So shop supplies. Yeah, brake cleaner fluid. Just all the little stuff. Just the little stuff. We call it shop supplies. That's gonna run you about for no reason at all, just $1,000. But that's one of them bills that you won't even see until like when you get ready to come in to pay the final bill, and it's like at the very back of the page, at the very bottom, it just say shop supply. We don't even put $1,000. Wait a minute, hold on. Do I still got the receipt? It's just gonna say something like, where we at? There we go, right. It's just gonna say shop supplies. It ain't even gonna have no number, but just shop supplies. Don't worry about what that is. Just it's shop supplies. We don't worry about how much it is. Just know it's going to be calculated during the final bill. We call it shop supplies. Now we estimated about $1,000. So you already wait a minute. 12, 2, and 1. 1,500. 15. Wait a minute. $15,000. You're at $15,000. We haven't bought no parts. We haven't bought no parts, and you're already looking at a brand new Kia off the dealership lot. Okay, so parts, right? You want parts now? This is a Mercedes Benz. This is a Mercedes Benz. So man, we don't know how to tell you this, Andrew, but let's just talk about the turbo itself. Now, we call Freightliner. We call Freightliner just the OEM turbo. We recommend everybody change the turbo. The OEM turbo. Now this is Freightliner. We ain't making this up. This ain't inflated. The OEM turbo on a Mercedes-Benz engine. OEM Freightliner want $9,000. Okay, just so you're aware of that cost. Just one turbo, 9,000. So you're at 15,000. 9,000. So we're already just right here. We haven't even bought anything related to the engine. You're already starting at 24. You're starting at a Dodge Challenger, brand new V6 off the dealership lot right there. Andrew, now, before I go any further, we just would like to know. Are you approving? Who's going to be paying for this? Is your company going to be paying? Your company is not paying. Okay, is that going to be American Express or will it be Chase? That's all we're asking. So you can take that route. We call that the dealership route. Bill through the roof. Okay. You got the other route. You got the mom and pop shop. Oh, you got the mom and pop shop. Now that was Andrew. This was a real. My shit was up to 40,000. Okay, so this is 24. We was at 40,000 with Mercedes. I talked to old school truck driver. I did, Elliot. Mr. Elliot, 30-year truck driver. He been driving 30 years. He heard my situation on YouTube about the Mercedes engine being blown up. You know what he did? He called Andrew. He said, "Hey, Andrew, man, ain't you out there in Memphis?" I said, "Yeah, I'm in Memphis." He said, "Yeah, man, I heard about your truck. Your Mercedes need to be rebuilt, right?" I said, "Yeah, man, it's been blown up for about a year. Been blown up for about a year." He said, "Wait, you know, we're gonna call him Ray. Mr. Ray down the street, he's certified by Freightliner to rebuild Mercedes engine. He got a certification back in the day. He used to work at Freightliner. He just retired now. He got his own shop. Man, you should give him a call, man. Man, the labor, he only charged $3,000 to rebuild not just Mercedes. He do Mercedes, he do Caterpillar in Detroit, but he specialized in Mercedes-Benz engines and Caterpillar engines." I said, "Oh, well, let me give him a phone call." I gave him a phone call. I said, "Hey, man, I got a Mercedes, man, blown up. Trying to see how much you'll charge me to rebuild it." He said, "Okay, well, first of all, we charge 3,000 labor, so that's 3,000 labor. Okay, and then you need an overhaul kit. You just trying to get it back up as fast as possible. You ain't trying to do nothing fancy with it, nothing like that." I said, "Nah, I just need to get it back running." He said, "Okay, well, just a basic in frame kit will be fine. Your basic in frame kit probably gonna run you about $3,300 if you get with like an aftermarket. If you, we don't even do the OEM all that nonsense. Just go and do with the aftermarket, son. Go and put the aftermarket on there. So that's 3,000 labor, 3,000 for the in-frame kit, and we're gonna take a look at your cylinder heads, make sure everything's all right. If they all right, we ain't even gonna replace that. We're gonna look at your injectors. If that's all right, we're just gonna leave that in there. Your turbo, if it's looking bad, we're gonna take the turbo off. A turbo back then is gonna run you about, what did I pay? I think it was like 1,000, 1,200. Yeah, turbo. We're gonna put your brand new turbo on there. $1,000 turbo. Oh, and the aftermarket kit that's gonna cover your rods and mains. Everything that goes inside the engine. So you'll be in good hands right there. And then we're gonna cut the block too. We're gonna cut the block so everything is nice and even. You won't have that coolant coming down inside the motor. It's gonna last long. Okay, so minimum you're looking at about 4 years. In this rebuild. So we're gonna cut the block. That's about 1,500 right there, Mr. Andrew. And that's about all you gonna owe right there. And you should be back up and running. You shouldn't have no issues after you pay this bill right here. You probably ain't gonna have no issues for like at least 4 years. So, your total, you're gonna be looking at 3,000 labor. 3,300 on that aftermarket kit. If you need a new turbo, that's $1,000. I said 1,200. We're gonna say 1,000. And then to cut the block, we about $1,500. You're looking at about $8,800. And by the way, Andrew, I don't know if Mr. Elliott had told you, but over here, Andrew, now don't tell nobody we told you this. Over here, Mr. Andrew, we don't do none of that American Express. We don't do none of that Chase. We only do cash. We only do cash. And the reason we only do cash is because number one, we dumped off out here in the country, and we don't need nobody in our business. Them folks. They watching, they counting our pockets, and they wanting they cut too. So we don't do none of that. So it's cash only around here. But if you pay us this $8,800, you can get about 4 years out of that Mercedes-Benz engine. I know that sounds like, it sounds kind of up there, but I guarantee if you pay us the money, 8,800, you won't see it. You ain't got to come back now. Once you pay this 8,800, we ain't gonna see you for another 4 years. Okay, so that was in 2020. We're in 2023. Just so y'all know, this is a real story. I rebuilt the engine in 2020. We're in 2023. Just so y'all know, we ain't had no mechanical breakdowns on the Mercedes engine. Okay, I'm just saying for $8,800. Okay, so this was without parts. They was $24,000. Oh, don't let them get the parts. Whoo! Have you ever had a shop buy the parts for you? Oh my God! Don't get me started on that. Go let the dealership buy the parts and see what's going. This is what you do. This is what you do. You walk in Freightliner. You go to the parts department. Ask them how much the turbo is. They say $1,000. Take your ass over to the service department in Freightliner and say, "Hey man, hey if I want y'all to install a turbo, how much would it be, turbo plus install? We got you covered, Mr. Andrew. Okay, so the service would probably run you turbo 4 hours at $200 an hour, 2, 4, 6, 8, about 800 labor. That turbo, we're gonna have to send an email over to parts department, but I can estimate it right now. Okay, we got the email back. That turbo, you're looking at about $3,000 on that $3,000. I was just over at parts. They said that was 1,000. Yeah, it's different. We got the upcharge over here on the service side, so it probably is 1,000 if you bought the parts. But if the service department buy the parts, yeah, you definitely looking at about $3,000 on that turbo. Is that going to be American Express or will that be Chase, Mr. Andrew? It's gonna be neither. Damn it, that's why I don't fuck with y'all. Now, like I said, I recommend the basic in frame. So you got the 12.7. You got a couple of options you can go with. Couple of options you can go with on the 12.7. You can go with the OEM or you can go with the aftermarket, okay? If you go with the OEM and you get it from whoever you get it from, I got my source to get OEM parts. You may have your source. If you get OEM, you need to know that OEM Detroit 12.7 in-frame kit is coming from China. It's going to be Chinese metal. Yes, I know they told you that the Chinese metal ain't no good. So when you get your Freightliner overhaul kit and you open them piston rings and on the side is stamped China on that motherfucker, just know it's coming from China, okay? You can get the Chinese metal, OEM, that's just who make it, okay? You got a PAI, you got the high horsepower kit. I don't know how much the high horsepower kit go for. We can Google it. Let's see, ATL diesel. I was gonna go with the PAI high horsepower kit to be honest with you. It might be like 3,400. We'll see. I think the basic overhaul kit at Freightliner for 12.7, maybe like $2,800 for the OEM kit. Let's see. So I'm on atldiesel.com. The high horsepower kit for 12.7 by PAI, $3,995. So it costs more than the OEM. So you can go either which way. Of course, a lot of truck drivers is gonna recommend the OEM. Andrew, when you got multiple trucks, you don't even care which way you go. I'm going with the high performance just because I'm just trying to, blow as much black smoke as I want out, go as fast as I want. I don't even care if the motor blow, okay? But this is your first truck. Just gonna go with the OEM. You ain't trying to be in no race. You don't need to be racing no truck driver at the light. This is just things us older truck drivers do to make trucking fun. Because trucking ain't fun for a lot of us. It's just, we trying to figure out a way to make it fun. It used to be fun, but we didn't went all over, we went and seen everything, and at this point, it's what can you do to make it fun? So we go out and we get the classic, and then we make it blow all this black smoke, and that's how we unplugging it. We ain't unplugging it. We ELD exempt. We don't do no unplugging. We just drive exempt trucks. Okay, so you see if you do better, you'll do better. Okay, so those are things we do to try to make trucking fun. Next, we book our own loads. We go wherever we want. I could have got paid to come here. I could have took a load from Tennessee down here to Dallas. They got the lane all damn day for the load. 1,300. Sometimes you get it for 1,600. You go get your power only, drive in, bring it on down here for the load, drop it off. Then I could have got a power only back. I could have got paid to be down here. Okay, I could, but we ain't got no AC in that motherfucker, so we ain't trying because out here, there's some strong ass heat. We talking about 110 out there, so that's why I'm inside. It's too hot out there. Ain't nothing out there. It's just straight heat. So you get your basic in-frame kit. 2,800 if you get it from Freightliner. You get on ATL diesel. If you go with the aftermarket, 4,000. Okay. As far as the aftermarket kits, of course, it's a lot of different brands. Some people say some are good, some ain't. I personally, I don't know. You know, it's just one particular brand that I would go with. It's either IPD for Cat or PAI for Detroit. So, but if you don't know, if you ain't done your research on all that, just go with the OEM so you don't got no problems. Okay. So you get your basic in frame kit. Okay. So what do you do next, Andrew? You get your basic in frame kit. You're already halfway there. That's 50% right there. Now you need to figure out what mechanic is certified to rebuild your 1270 Detroit. You're gonna make some phone calls. You're gonna be calling mechanics around where you live, not where Andrew live, where you live. If you in Atlanta, you need to call in Atlanta. You in California, call in California. You in Louisiana, find you somebody in Louisiana. You in Texas, find me go. Okay, so call around, get different prices from the mom and pop shops. Okay, now some Freightliners they used to do this. They used to run a special. If you got your truck rebuilt that Freightliner back in the day, they used to. Sometimes they had specials, $12,000. They rebuilt the whole thing. I don't know if they still offer them specials, but back in the day, you could just go to Freightliner and hire them rebuild it. You know, if you want to go that route, call them, get an estimate. Okay. You find the right mom and pop shop. Let's just say they tell you, hey, we charge $80 an hour, $100 an hour, 120. Okay, 120. That right there should be the most. Okay, don't be going no 150, 200, 240. Don't be calling Kenworth. Matter of fact, Kenworth and Odessa, I think they close to $300 an hour. Okay, don't do all that. You looking for cheap? That's it, but Andrew. Cheap ain't always better, Andrew. If they got the certification to rebuild the 12.7, then they certified. It's only one way to get certified. Okay, if they certified, they certified. It don't matter what they charge after that. Okay. Let's say you call around, you get 3,000. Hey man, we can do it. 3,000 labor, 4,000 labor, 5,000 labor. Okay. On a basic in frame kit, you're gonna be looking at 40 hours. Okay, so let's take 40 hours on the calculator. 40 hours times however much they charge an hour. Okay, let's say they charge $80 an hour. It's $3,200. Let's take 40 times about $100. It's $4,000. Let's say you fuck around, you call a dealership, they charge $200 an hour. That's $8,000, and so on and so forth. So okay, so it's about a 40-hour job. Some mechanics, if they really want to tell you, they'll say, hey, it's a 65-hour job. 65 times 100. 6,500. 65 hours times $200. 13,000. Okay, so all you need to know is a basic in frame is about a 40-hour job, and then how much they charge an hour. Okay, some people got a flat rate. My mechanic is just a flat rate, $3,000. You know, just a flat rate. Okay, so some people got the flat rate. If you can find it, you can find it. If you can't, then I just told you what to do. 40-hour job. Call around. How much is it? Just call and say, hey, how many hours is it for a basic in frame on 12.7? Oh, you're looking at about 40 hours, 45 hours, 50 hours, 65. How much do you charge an hour? Okay, boom. So right there, you can already start to do your own math equations, okay? So now you got your basic in frame kit. The next step, after you done located a mechanic that's going to rebuild it, now you got to think about how much more do you want to put into this overhaul, okay? So you got your basic overhaul kit. That's all Andrew got on the Mercedes, just a basic overhaul kit with a turbo. Let's say you're still a company driver, you're still stacking money. You want to do more than just a basic overhaul. You want to replace the cylinder heads. So your overhaul kit You got your 12.7, you go to Freightliner, your overhaul kit, $2,800 OEM. Let's say you thinking, okay, well that's cheap. How much is it to add the cylinder heads on? Most mechanics will just say, hey, look, we're gonna send your cylinder head out to a machine shop, have them, redo the springs and things like that for about $2,000. That's about how much it's gonna cost, about $2,000. That's a good route too. Or if you can get a cylinder head, let's just say a cylinder head is $3,400. Okay. Me, I would probably if you're dealing with a certified mechanic like I am, just go ahead and let him send the cylinder heads to a machine shop for the 2,000. Okay. Because you want to spend as little as possible and get a big return. Okay. So now this is if you even want to do cylinder heads. Okay. The mechanic will let you know when he tear it down. Just make sure you got the money already ready. Okay. So if he tell you, hey man, your cylinder head's no good, we need to order a new cylinder head, then be prepared to buy that. He say, hey man, we need to send it out to the machine shop, be prepared for that. He say, hey man, like he told me, he said, hey man, Andrew, your cylinder heads look brand new. We don't need to do nothing to it. We ain't do nothing to it then. Huh? Let's just say you want to do the cylinder head, so $2,000. Then he say, you decide you want to put injectors with that, okay? 6-pack of injectors on 12.7. I forgot how much they cost. How much is a 6-pack of injectors? Somebody get in the comments. Somebody get in the comments with that price. 6-pack of injectors on 12.7. Let's see. Who knows? I got an idea, but do you know a good shop out in Midland, Odessa? A good shop for what? What you trying to do? Do anybody know the price for a 12.7? Oh, a shop for a 12.7? What you trying to do to a 12.7? Nobody knows the price. So if nobody knows the price, then I can just tell you how to get the price if you actually want to know. It's very simple. You take the last 6 digits of your VIN number. Let's just say your VIN number is 12345 6. Pick up the phone. You call Freightliner. Man, if this phone had service, I would show you. It's only at 3%. Back on the charger. I would call and show y'all, but we ain't got no damn service on this phone, so that ain't feasible. That's not feasible right now. Or is it? Let me think of a way. Hold on. Somebody said 1,100 to 6. $1,100 or 1,600. Now I know what the aftermarket crew is thinking. My aftermarket injectors, y'all probably thinking $300 an injector for the I forgot what brand it is. Okay, there we go. We got 900 to 1,700. I was thinking 1,800 for a 6-pack of injectors. So you got your cylinder head at $2,000. We're gonna say 1,800 for those 6-pack of brand new injectors, okay? Or they could be reman injectors. Let's add it up. 2,800 for the OEM kit, 2,000 to take your cylinder head to the machine shop, 1,800 for the injectors. You're at 6,600. If you want to add a turbo, let's say turbo on 12.7, we're looking at about $800. $800. $7,400. But it's not like a Mercedes-Benz engine. Unfortunately, you got what's called a bull gear in the front. That's about $1,800. to replace. So 1,800 for the bull gear. Bull gear plus 1,800. So in parts, if we got everything, we don't got the block cut. The block cut is an additional 1,500, but without the block cut, $9,200. With the block cut, $1,500, $10,700. So $10,700. Then when you add the label, $3,000. $13,700, which is why when you ask an old school truck driver or somebody that's got one of these trucks rebuilt, they'll tell you they paid about $14,000 to overhaul a 12.7 engine. That's what most of them gonna say, and that's from top to bottom, okay? But you don't have to do top to bottom, okay? I would do that, but you don't have to do. You can do the basic like Andrew did. The more you add to it, the more it's gonna cost, okay? So you could just get away with the basic OEM kit, like I did with the Mercedes. Like I said, the mechanics say you need cylinder heads, do the cylinder heads. If you need injectors, do the injectors. If you need a turbo, do the turbo, okay? If you need a bull gear, he probably gonna tell you to do the bull gear anyway. Okay, that'll get that out the way. Let's just say you just spend, you go and you spend the 14. You spend the $14,000, okay? Okay, so you spend the $14,000. That's what we at. You got you're in the whole 14,000 plus you got the truck from the auction for $10,000. So 10, 14, you got 24,000 in the hole. You don't know how long the damn engine gonna last. You got the starter for the 300. Somebody installed it. You got the 4 batteries. Okay, so you done did this. You had about, let's see, you had 24. Let's just say, oh god, 4 batteries, a starter plus install. Let's say you had 25,200. Okay, so you done invested $25,200, and that's with a full rebuild. That's a full rebuild. You at 25,200. Okay, now you nervous than the motherfucker because your pocket is absolutely empty. You see, it ain't no money in that motherfucker whatsoever. Rates is looking funny. You don't know how you gonna make the money back, okay? But you know you done invested in this. You don't know how long it's gonna last. You put it out there on the road. New engine built straight up to the top. You got your goddamn starter. You got your batteries. Oh, also with the overhaul, they're gonna include oil pump and water pump. Make sure you always change those out. Change out to water pump to oil pump. Matter of fact, if you didn't even know that, if the mechanic didn't already tell your ass to switch the oil pump and water pump out, you ain't even using that mechanic. Matter of fact, that should be like a test question when you on the phone with the mechanic. Hey man, when I do this airframe, should I change out my oil pump and water pump? If they don't tell you something like hell to the yes, go and hang up the phone right there and now. You don't need to go no further with the conversation if they not suggesting you. Matter of fact, they shouldn't even rebuild the engine if you don't change the water pump and the oil pump. Okay, I'm just saying. A dealership, shit. If you ask for it, they ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna do it. What the hell you talking about? For what? What the hell is you talking about? Maybe they'll do it, maybe not. Probably not. We're gonna go on the probably not side, okay? So you got this truck on the road. Somebody said 4 batteries is $600. Goddamn, man, where is you shopping? Where are you shopping with batteries is $600? Are they taxing y'all like that? You must wait. Where you go for? Where you go? AutoZone? Where you getting $600 batteries from? It ain't Freightliner, that's for sure. You ain't found those $600 batteries in no Freightliner. Where you getting $600 batteries from? Or is that just inflation? Is that the going rate nowadays? You paying $125 for a battery. That's only $500. 24-month warranty. $125 a battery. That's without the core charge. You didn't bring back the old batteries. Somebody said $80 at the dealership in Texas. There's $80 here in Freightliner too. I'm trying to figure out why he paying $125. you got the 1100, huh? You got the 11. You got the what they call it SoCal in the building. You got the 1100 I can't think of the word. You got the winter starting power. We're gonna put it like that, huh? Tax not included. Oh, they gonna tax you too? God damn. 125. That must be the top of the line batteries, huh? That ain't just the basic batteries that everybody else get. Okay, he don't use the cheap batteries, the one you warranty. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. You paying for a little bit more premium. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Thought you was shopping at AutoZone for a second. Them type of prices. So you get on the road with your somebody said Tesla batteries. You get on the road, you got your new engine top to bottom. You done spent all your money, you got a hole in your pocket. You don't know how you gonna make the money back. You steady pulling freight, you scared to go out far because they telling you can't make no money with no old truck. You can't go that far. You're going to be on the side of the road, this, that, and the third. But you know you got something good because it just got rebuilt. But you know, you hearing the bad information, but you really ain't listening, okay? So now you running, you turning freight in, you constantly popping the hood every second. You just constantly popping the hood, you know. Every rest area you come to, you popping the hood, you steady checking. You see some coolant leaking, you think you fucked. Yeah, you fucked. You are fucked. You know why you fucked? Because when you rebuilt the engine like Andrew did, you forgot to tell them, they forgot to tell you, but really you forgot to tell them to replace all that goddamn rubber coolant hoses, okay? That's what we forgot. Just like I forgot to write it, you forgot to tell the mechanic, but the mechanic really forgot to tell you to replace all that Freightliner rubber. Oh, you gonna learn the hard way. Replace all the coolant lines, okay? You're gonna take all that black rubber shit off, all of it, not a little bit, not some of it, not cut it on the edge and reclamp it. You're gonna replace all that black coolant hoses. I'm gonna show you what you're gonna replace it with. You ain't gonna replace it with just anything. We're gonna go with some top of the line, okay? We're gonna replace it with the blue silicone heater hose. Here you go right here. This is what it's gonna look like right here. You gonna go and get, no, you can usually get this at Fleet Pride. But you gonna go get something that looks something like this. This is gonna be your new coolant hose, okay? That right there, that's what it's gonna look like. So you're gonna take all that cheap rubber off the Freightliner, came with the truck, came with the truck. You're gonna replace it with this good blue rubber right here. It is some stronger material. Go do your research. That's the name of it, silicone heater hose. Go do the research on your own, okay? You go replace it with this, all your cooling lines. And this right here, see if you knew better, you can do better. See now you know. When you put that on, you don't have to worry about, you don't have to be like Andrew on the side of the road waiting for Crazy Bubba to pull up because the freaking rubber hose has been on there since you bought the truck. Nah, it been on there since they built the truck. Yeah, it's all leaking and cooling going everywhere. You really can't find a leak. You ain't got to work. You put the blue up. You're going to replace it on the rebuild. Just go and put the new rubber. You ain't even worry about no cooling leak. You know it ain't leaking cooling. You pop the hood, you see something leaking, it ain't cooling. That's first and foremost. Go ahead and get the good stuff. This is what I recommend, okay? Yeah, you got to get the blue. If they pop the hood and it ain't got no blue coolant or silicone heater hose, yeah, we ain't taking you serious. Yeah, you ain't part of the rebuild club, okay? Everybody that rebuilt the engine should know. If you don't know, now you know. Don't let them go and get that damn black rubber. Don't put that bullshit back on. Get this right here. Get the top of the line. We trying to keep you on the road and not, on somebody YouTube channel getting laughed at on the side of the road like Andrew. And replace all the clamps too. When you put the new rubbers, get the new clamps too. Get new clamps put on. Got to get the new clamps. Got to get the new clamps. Let's see where we at. Black Market said replace all rubber under that thing. Yes, all rubber must be replaced. Andrew didn't know this. I didn't know this. I had to find out the hard way. I rebuilt my engine, and like, goddamn, man, every time I looked, I was leaking coolant. I was like, man, goddamn, is that another coolant leak? It was coming from over here and down there and up there. I'm like, man, what the hell is going on? I'm like, man, we sitting over here taking the hose off, cutting the edge, putting it back on. A week later, it's still, man. Then finally, Elliot came through with that good game. Elliot said, hey, man, you got, the mechanic, you probably forgot to tell him, man, you're supposed to replace that with the blue silicone hose. I said, the blue, what? I said, man, this is black, man, this ain't blue. He said, man, it's a different type of material. It's way stronger. It don't just bend, break, and fold and like a basketball and shoot it with the three in the trash can. Man, you gotta get this right here. So I went over to Fleet Pride, bought it, and as soon as I touched it, I was like, damn, what the hell is this? You got this right here, this the rubber hose right here. You see, look, you see that? That was the rubber hose right there, okay? This was the blue hose right there. You see that? See how it ain't just ripping, breaking? See, it doesn't matter. Try to keep bending it, don't. See that? See that? That was the blue hose right there, okay? So make sure all that's replaced. All blue silicone heel hose, like I said, you can get it from Fleet Pride. They sell it about $1, I believe. So, replace that. Okay, so you rolling. Now it's just a matter of the type of freight you haul. Whatever type of freight you haul is going to get you your money back. If you haul dry van, just know it's going to take a minute to get the money back. You hauling for, dry van don't pay that much. So it's going to take you a while to get your $25,000 back. However, if you was a company driver, you was doing flatbed, step deck, RGN, and you went, maybe you got your rebuilt, and you lease on to RGN or step deck company, or if you got your own authority, your own step deck trailer, whatever, that's a lot faster to get your money back than that drive-in. Or maybe you do something even more specialized. The faster the better, okay? Or if you just ultra specialize, did y'all see that one video? Let me show you something. Let me get on YouTube right here. See, I like to watch YouTube because I can see who's winning in 2023. Wine hauler, trucker. Let me see who's stuck. There he is right there. Just take a look at the thumbnail and you let me know if it look like he winning or not in 2023. This is the thumbnail right here. Now, does it look like he getting any type of money with that truck? This was only 2 weeks ago. It says high class wine hauler. Now, is he making money in 2023? Or is he? I mean, just look at the truck and trailer. It don't matter if he hauling wine. You like wine? Goddamn, what is wine? You mean wine that you drink? Yep, wine that you drink. Now, you don't even know how to even get into the wine hauling business. And since you don't know, that's probably why his truck and trailer is looking as nice as it does. Because if everyone knew how to do it, it wouldn't look nothing like this, okay? So I know what you're thinking. Andrew, I'm gonna go look at the video. Go look at the video after this video. Don't you pause this video on me, man. Come on, man. Pay attention. Yeah. He up there in Oregon making money, okay? That's all you need to know. Yeah, I'll be watching their videos. I'm trying to figure out who's making real money out here. So I go on their channels. That's why I be looking at the truck shows. Every time I click the truck show, whether it be 75 Chrome Shop or the Kentucky Truck Show or the Texas Truck Show, I see everything but a damn drive-in at the truck show. I don't know what's going on with the drive. Every time y'all show the trailers, it ain't never goddamn nobody showing off a drive-in. I don't know what's up with that. Probably because it ain't that much money. I'm just saying. Click the video. Let's see what we can see. Talking about the business. Oh, here we go right here. Let's take a look from right here. Let's get some audio going.
That's all amped and yeah, so it's day cap, not a lot of.
Let's take a look.
Added a bunch of speakers on the headliner. Added
Is he making money?
The speakers themselves are all amped, all JL speakers. I put two 10-inch subwoofers in that center console I built there. That's all amped and yeah, so it's day cab, not a lot of air in there to make the stereo super loud, but it sounds about as good as you can get for a day cab.
Yeah, you don't get the luxury of like a sleeper today or.
Yeah, not as much air.
Do you see any drive-ins in the background?
It's still fun to listen to and make some good noise.
It looks sharp. It really does.
Yeah, I tried to keep it kind of simple and classy in there.
Are you done 7-inch exhaust?
Yep, 7-inch Dynaflex exhaust. It's got a 68-inch flat tops on it, and it stands right about 13.6, 13.8, depending on where my airbags are at. But yeah.
That's nice. I really like one thing too is what you've done with your fuel lines.
Yeah.
Going in the frame, just super clean looking.
Yep.
You don't have them going up under there and making a big mess.
Yeah, normally they're just the nylon.
He's making so much money.
Going underneath the frame, and they're always kind of rubbing on the fuel tank.
He just designed the whole truck and trailer himself. He didn't know what to do with all the money he was making.
Through the frame, tapped in the fuel lines on the backside there, and made the little polished steel braided lines to go to it. Just kind of clean up the look and make it simple.
I know you've done a lot of work with these. Clean all your brackets. They have a lot of from the factory. They're pieces.
Very rough cap.
So as you can see, back to the question, what would I do in this freight market? No, it's not this freight market. It's the trailer that you got market. Yeah, the trailer you got market. What would I do in that market? I would leave that market and go learn another market that's paying more money, like this guy right here. It's clearly not great. He's not worried about $1 a mile, $2, $3 a mile freight. He's not worried about those. He don't have those type of. He's not worried about if he can feed his family tonight. He's not worried about if his wife is going to leave him because the check is negative on Friday. The check is going to be negative on Friday. He's not worried about any of that. He's also not worried about no competition because no one knows. Somebody said that's at least $350,000 setup. That's right. That's right. That must mean that it's a lot of money in that wine hauler. And Andrew needs to investigate. Okay? Because he clearly needs some competition. He needs some competition. No, I'm not going to come there with no 2023 trailer, but you know, I'll show up with one of them 1970 wire hauling trailers, baby. Come on. Anyways. You said you switched from drive-in to flatbed and you noticed an immediate difference in the rates. I bet you did. I bet you did. I bet you did. We run drive-in, we run flatbed, we run pneumatic, we run power only. Sometimes we run other types of freight. And everything but a drive-in is what's paying. You know, when we haul flatbed, it's loaded trailers. When you see me haul a drive-in, that motherfucker is empty. Okay, it's empty. Why is it empty? Because they don't pay enough for me to load it. So it's empty. We don't haul empty pneumatics. We don't haul empty pneumatics. Andrew, why don't you haul empty pneumatic? Because they pay enough for us to load it to the brim. Yeah, to the brim. So that's the answer to the question. So you got your rebuilt truck, you out there running. Depending on what trailer you got, depends on when you get your money back. And once you get your money back, then what, Andrew? Well, you end up like Andrew, trying to figure out what to do next. You got all your money back. The money's still coming in. The truck ain't blew up yet, like we thought it was gonna blow up. Now you don't know what to do with the money, so you buy a second truck, you rebuild that, then you get a third truck just in case the second truck blow up. I guess you get a third truck, and then you get a fourth truck if you want a fourth truck. Or you just go and learn a whole new skill outside the truck and just for a bag. You go learn insurance, and then you go get up in the air in the airplane, and then you go learn how to freaking wrap a car, and then you go learn another skill. Then you enroll in college, and you just pay for all that off just one truck. Matter of fact, the truck that you rebuilt, you just gonna park that and just hop in another truck that ain't even rebuilt, just a throwaway truck. You gonna go hop in like the classic. It's just we ain't even touched the engine. We just gonna hop on that. Leave the rebuild truck, let it rest. Let both the rebuild trucks rest. We just gonna drive the truck that ain't even got nothing. We ain't even touched the motor. We just gonna ride with that. So so that's how you do with your rebuild, okay? So, and like I said, I just did a basic rebuild. I ain't done the full rebuild. So, you know. Let's see what we got. Let's get back into it. Flip the camera. Okay. Now, if you just happen to have just a lot of money to shoot. Now, remember I was telling y'all they rebuilt 40 hours to 65 hours. If you rebuild it top to bottom, 65 hours. I told y'all the Caterpillar engine is a lot of money, okay? So, this is the actual paperwork for the Cat rebuild. 65 hours. That's how many hours. Y'all see that? 65 hours, okay? Let's see if I can show y'all the labor. Hold on, I gotta make sure I see what's all on here. Okay, there we go. So authorized by me, the rate was $124 an hour. The labor was $8,000. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, so the connection cut off for a second. $8,060. It actually went up higher than this because we had to go back and do injectors, so it actually turned up to like 11,000 or something. But anyways, let's go over when they got the actual paperwork. They can show you any day of the week. Okay, so this is performing in frame with all the parts that the customer provided. As per customer, performing in frame with the in frame kit that the customer provided. Now, I went out and bought my own in frame kit, and as y'all can see, it's a lot right here. Now, you can pause the video and read all that later if it's even clear. Hopefully it's clear on the rebuild, but this tells you everything that they did in the rebuild process, and it's obviously a lot. So if anybody actually want to know what all happened to the blue truck, this is the rebuild. You got the parts, part numbers. So I can see some of the parts. We got the oil pump right there. Thermostats, gasket seals. We got that water pump. We got the batteries. You see? We were just talking about the batteries. You see? Now, how much did I pay for the batteries? I bet I got ripped off bad. Let me see how many. What was it? 4 batteries? What did they charge me for 4 batteries? $162. Look at that. Look at that. $650 for the batteries. You see that? You see how they upcharge? You see that? 162. Didn't I just tell y'all the batteries was $80? Did you see that? $650 if you let them get the batteries. We were just comparing the parts department over to the service department. Okay, so okay, we're back on the parts list. So now this right here, this is all the parts that they bought. I didn't buy these parts. The parts that I bought ain't on here. These are the parts they bought. So we even did the engine brakes too. We had one of the engine brakes needed replacing. We did that too. Let's see if we can make this camera a little bit clearer. There we go. So as y'all can see, I told y'all we rebuilt that motor top to bottom. As you got all the paperwork done. So it's a lot of work. So for the parts that they had to buy, you know, now I got my cylinder head overhaul kit. I got all that separate. They didn't get any of that for me. That's a different receipt. But that right there, the sub total on that, $13,760. No, actually it's $14,294. Okay, like I said, you see that? That's without the in-frame kit, without the cylinder head, without the injectors, without the spacer plate. It don't include none of that right there, okay? So, there you go right there. See that? See all them charges? 65 hours. Okay? Where's it at? There we go. 65 hours. So when you hear me talk about the rebuild, it's actual experience. I done the 40 hours, I done the 65 hours. I got the receipt, so you know I'm one of them guys when I actually go to sell the truck. I don't have to pretend like, well, you know, it's got an overhaul, but I can't find the paperwork. I don't got the paperwork. When you actually pay this type of money and do an overhaul, any day of the week you can pull the paperwork up. I just went on their website. There's the paperwork. When you actually spend that kind of money, but when you just pretend, there's a lot of frauds in trucking. So you got to be able to you got to avoid the frauds. The fastest way to avoid the fraud is just either you got the paperwork or you don't. If you don't got the paperwork, then you must can prove some kind of way that you rebuilt the engine. How can they prove it, Andrew? Okay, let's go on YouTube and see. Okay, if I can find the video. I don't even know what the video is called. Huh? Maybe I have to look in the playlist. Playlist. This was the flat top when it was at the dealership, and they was talking about $40,000. 2 of them are off. We're gonna replace the inside all the way across, of course, the inside rods. Not the rods, the pistons, liner, sleeves, all that good stuff. We're gonna leave the original rod. So basically, they took two heads off to inspect the inside of the engine. They told me to drop two sleeves, and that it was gonna cost like 40 rats to rebuild this. So let's see where we at. Rods and mains at the bottom, because those are all brand new original parts. A lot of original stuff is going back on. Even the oil cooler. I'm still gonna restock. It's still. So this is the turbo. Like I told y'all, it was aftermarket. It wasn't no $9,000 turbo. It was Borg Warner. Gave me no engines, no problems. But as y'all can see, yeah, when I said the turbo was $9,000, that's how much Freightliner was charging for the turbo. Not, they don't sell the aftermarket turbo, but the OEM turbo was actually $9,000, and I needed a turbo. If you look here, you see how the fins is chipped and tore up on the inside. I actually needed a new turbo, and these fools was talking about $9,000. So I didn't know anything about no aftermarket turbo. You know how I found out about this aftermarket turbo? You know how I found out about this? It was already an aftermarket turbo on the truck. That's how I found out. This turbo was already on the truck, and it was already ate up. So I just took the part number off this turbo, went on Google, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, this turbo is only $1,000. That's how I got. That's how I saved $8,000. You know, I got what 90% off. 85% off on the inside, which is why it's got to be replaced. It still spins, and it can be rebuilt too. But that was the what Crows was telling me, you know, and serial number and all that good shit, man. Go on Google, type that part up in, get it replaced. But other than that, man, for the call in and have it do the wreck and get this shit the fuck up out of here. So. Oh, we skipped the part. Let me scroll back. When they told me, you see, let's see where the truck is at. Notice the truck is sitting at the dealership. We do the wreck and get this shit the fuck. Notice how it's at the big dealership. This is when I first learned that going to the dealership for a rebuild is an absolute no. You notice when they told me that it was gonna be $40,000, I said, hey man, I want you to pull my truck out the shop. Yeah, nah, don't put none of this back on. Leave the turbo off, leave the heads off. I want you to pull my shit out the bay, and I'm gonna have a heavy duty wrecker come hook up to it and take it to the secret shop. Once I found out that the secret shop, did I rip up the paper? Okay, I ripped up the paper. Once I found that the secret shop can rebuild my engine for about $8,500, and these fools was talking about 40, hey, just stop. Just don't even touch the truck. Just pull it on out the bay. Put everything out here on the catwalk. Well, wait a minute, Mr. Andrew. You gonna throw the truck away? Nah, I'm just not gonna fuck with y'all. Okay, so yeah. We pulled it out, and I called up the heavy duty wrecker for $400 or $500. I think about $500. Nah, I think it was about $700. $700. I had it towed from the dealership to the secret shop. I was the first person they said have ever pulled a truck out that they had already towed down, basically, and taken somewhere else to be rebuilt. Is that right? Is that right? Is that right? And I don't have, let me see, MBE 4000 rebuild. Oh, wait a minute. Found it. If they don't have paperwork, then they must got a way to prove that it's been rebuilt, right? So any day of the week, Andrew can open up the laptop. So, real sharp, as y'all can see. So, I ain't gonna show y'all the whole shop though. I just want to show y'all that the end frame is really being done. Probably need about another week or two. Not sure, but once again. All right.
That one of yours right there. You had this motor build or something?
Well, I don't know. I got the truck at 750,000 miles. I don't know what they did before that.
How long you running for?
It was about a year, but I only put like 50,000 because it was local.
You make some of that water spot that come out on your head.
Right, yeah. Well, not from the head. It came from between the block. It was just running down on the number 6. So you see, it was because it didn't have the.
I believe they have. I don't know who else put it together. They put the O-ring up there.
No O-ring at all on all 6 of them, or just these 2?
Look at that. Ain't no O-ring.
So what he was saying was, somebody had rebuilt the Mercedes engine, but they didn't put the O-ring around none of the freaking parts. I forgot what the name of the part is, but they didn't put no O-rings around it, and that's why the coolant was able to seep through and destroy the engine. So, it was just somebody rebuilt the engine. They just didn't put the O-rings around it like they were supposed to. Had they put the O-rings around it, that truck would still be, well, I guess it would still be running to this day, but. So it's probably been leaking in, huh? In other words, when I bought the truck, it was already leaking.
Ain't no O-ring on now one.
It's crazy.
I don't know what to do.
So you think it been rebuilt before?
Somebody did something to it, didn't put the O-ring up there, I think. All of we up to now had that O-ring up there.
Yeah, because I don't know if it been rebuilt. I don't know, is there a way to tell?
Ain't no way to tell.
Ain't no way to tell. Besides the missing board, I guess I don't think the factory would have did that.
Man.
So basically it was leak. All of them leaked inside.
All of them gonna leak. See your head gas. I put your head gas in there.
That's crazy. So was the head gasket still good?
You got a brand new head gasket we're gonna put on there.
No, I'm saying the old one. So the head gasket wasn't a problem?
Yeah, what kind of problem?
Oh, because it was wet.
It was wet.
Oh, okay, right.
It's 6 or 7 of them O-ring. That thing can't three or four different gases like that. You had to put the right one on. If I don't put a truck over. See, if you got a flat seat to the right, that's your head right here. See, it's been cut for some reason. See that?
Oh, my ears was cut?
They were cut. And they had to use that kind of gas to want it to be cut. That machine.
Are these heads in the good?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, okay, they still good?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if I need a new head. So like I was telling y'all with the cylinder heads, as you just heard, the mechanic will tell you if you need to send your cylinder heads to the machine shop, or if you need to buy new cylinder heads. He just told me, and he's how do you inspect the cylinder head? They take the cylinder head off, and they can tell you, hey, you need to do this to it. In my case, he said, hey man, it's already been machine shop. That's why they think it was already rebuilt. Said it's already been machined. We don't need to do nothing to it. So all these my heads right here.
Yeah.
So the rockets and everything still good on them?
Everything good.
That's good. Are they new or they? Okay, that's what the original shop had told me that it was at before they tried to knock me over the head. $40,000. Call me the tow truck. Oh no.
It might take a little while because somebody else took it down.
Glad to hear. So as y'all can see, we're talking about real world experience over here. Things that we actually done. Those videos are all on YouTube if y'all want to go look them up. Give me a second. Break time. Alrighty. Now, the only thing left to do at this point, take your rebuilt engine and see how long it can last. Pretty much all it can do. So far, Andrew's still waiting. We're still waiting to see how long the Mercedes is gonna last. Although I parked the truck, so y'all about to wait a while. Parked the truck. We haven't even got around to the C15 rebuild yet. The Mercedes didn't blow yet. The C15 we ain't even put on the road yet. And the Classic, right now the Classic, we ain't even touched the engine. We just, I guess, driving that to the blow, I guess. I don't know. Don't know. Somebody say, hey, Andrew, man, what if you never find drivers for your truck? Well, first, I'm not looking for drivers for the truck. You don't have to have drivers. You got the flat top. It's rebuilt. You got a backup in case, because you don't know how long the rebuild is going to last, you know. I'm the guinea pig, you know. So we got a backup. That's rebuilt. So when this blow up, of course we'll still rebuild it if it's rebuildable, you know, if you don't throw a rod through the block. Got the blue truck rebuilt. Then you got a third truck as a backup to these two trucks. So if you got your own authority, you're booking your own freight, you got your own trailer, you're just collecting money at this point. It's just a game. It's just, can you make 100,000? You know, 100,000 a year until it blow. You know, can you? I don't know, man. Can you buy other trucks? Can you go out and buy some real estate? Can you go learn some other skills? You're just collecting money. You don't know when it's gonna break. You're just collecting money because, like I said, you're gonna earn your money back. You're gonna be able to fill your maintenance account up, 25,000, 50,000, however much you need. You know, you only need so much maintenance. I mean, 50,000. Let's just say you got 50,000. Okay, well, on the Mercedes, that's everything. You ain't worried. It doesn't matter if something blow. Past 50,000, it's just okay. Well, how much of this can I collect? And then, if you just ready to get out of the truck and all together, if the truck was $15,000, you go and make 300,000. The truck still ain't blown. Okay, well, I got the truck up for sale. I need a full refund. I need $15,000. Then you collect another 15,000 off the sale, and somebody else can drive it however many more miles to it blow. So, you know, you know. That's how that go. So that right there is how you can win with an older truck. We showed you receipts, videos, actual rebuilt. We seen a different market, what other people was doing to make money during these bad times. You can go watch the videos. They on YouTube all day long. So you got the video. That is how you can win. And all I was talking about was going to the auction and getting you a Freightliner Century, Freightliner Columbia, $8,000, $10,000. Yeah, things could happen other than the engine. You could do like me. You could blow your transmission. You could blow your clutch. You could do that. You could. But understand that you could also replace the clutch in the beginning too, but you know. Have you gotten my email? I'm not sure. Email. Let's check and see. What email did you send it to? I might have to resend it. Let me check the other emails. I got so many emails. Okay, wait a minute. Customer just sent me an email. Let's see what they're talking about. Texas House and Senate passed a new CDL bill into law in June. This CDL bill will take effect September 1st, 2023. The Transportation Code and the Texas Penal Code will bar drivers with foreign CDLs from operating in Texas if they do not have a work permit with the exception for any county bordering Mexico. Please ensure all drivers operating with a work permit. Okay, so I don't have any foreign drivers, so that don't apply to me. Oh, but no, I didn't get the email. You gotta resend it. You know, I think that was the first time I ever showed the paperwork for the blue truck on YouTube. I don't even think I ain't even done no video on the paperwork on the blue truck. So y'all got to see that paperwork for the first time. Cause I never even made the video. Yeah, think about it. That 65-hour overhaul, I ain't even make no video on it. So I guess y'all can replay the live feed and read all through it and see how intensive it was. But you know, the only thing I can say is we rebuilt the Mercedes. You know, see, it's a trick to it. You see, we rebuilt the Mercedes. We had to take it from the top because everything we was doing prior to the rebuild, that was all training, that was all practice. You see, we got the 2007 truck. We leased it on to a bunch of different carriers. We started getting, at the most, $2,000 a week. That's about all we was making up until the engine blew. So I had a whole year to sit down, come back to the drawing board with a better plan. Okay, so after about a year, we took the truck to the secret shop, rebuilt it about 8,500. Come back out, we say, you know what? We got to have full control, okay? So we get the authority. We say we're not going to use the DAT load board. We don't know nothing about no load board. We just going to try to do the impossible. We're going to try and just get our first customer. Yeah, we just going to try that route. How do you get a customer in the oil field? You go to whatever carrier you already leased on to. Go hang out in their office. No, not any office. Go in the suit and tie guy's office. They probably got the doors shut. So you're going to have to knock like Andrew had to do. Knock on the door. Suit tie guy open it. Say, hey, I'm interested in buying one of your trailers out there up against the fence. Then the door swings all the way open for you to walk through because you're talking about the money. So now you're inside the office. Because if you was talking about anything else, like, man, the dispatcher he ain't giving me no loads. They gonna lock the top lock of the motherfucking door on your ass, okay? So, you know, don't be coming in on no BS, okay? Andrew was talking about buying the trailer up against the fence. They opened the door all the way. I was able to get in the suit to look like this. I was all the way around. Oh, man, then they shut the door behind me because they don't want, you know, it's only people about business in here. So when I got into the suit and tie guy's office, I was being able to look up on the wall, looking at the emails, the data, customer over there, how to send an email to the customer. I was like, let me distract him and write everything down right quick. Hey, so tell me how could I if I wanted to put a driver in my truck, how could I go about that? Oh, let me contact the recruiter. I'm gonna get that. Hello. Yeah, hey, we got a driver in here. He wants to know that. Why they on the phone all distracted about how you could put a driver in your truck? You just gonna take that pen and paper or your phone, start get all the good data like Andrew. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got to slide in your shirt. All right. Time to go. Time to go. Then when you get back to the truck, you pull out that laptop and that secret notepad. Get on that goddamn email. I'm a new carrier, and I'm inquiring about signing my motor carrier on to haul pneumatic freight in the oil field. And it was at that time they said, can you start tomorrow? We can start today if you got the money. They said, can you be in Shreveport, Louisiana? I was all the way in Midland, Texas. They want to know, can you be in Shreveport, Louisiana tomorrow? When the sun went down, when the sun went down and came back up, my ass was in Shreveport, Louisiana. I didn't tell nobody I was going. I didn't warn nobody. There wasn't no YouTube videos. I just woke up, Shreveport, Louisiana. I didn't know nobody there, nothing on nothing. First 30 days. Oh, I told Justin Lewis, I said, hey man, we did it. He said, what we do, man? I said, yeah, I got the contract. Come on down to Shreveport, Louisiana. They said I can add as many trucks as I want. Can't remember how fast he came, but I want to say he was there about the next day. And in the first 30 days, we had ran up so much money to where I was able to buy a second truck. Cash, paid cash for the blue truck. Went over here to this shop, paid the 65-hour overhaul. Gave them cash for that. The first 30 days of the authority could not have been done, least on to the kid, that none of this stuff would have happened, okay? This was the motor carrier route only, okay? So, if you know better, you can do better, okay? So, if you know better, you can do better. So, it's always good to find customers, okay? Let's see. A dude told me he was spending $60K for a new motor. I told him he could have bought a whole new truck. $60K for a motor. Where can you get a motor for $60K at? Let me think. $60K. Who's selling a $60K motor? I know somebody. Let me see. I know a shop. Maybe on Instagram. Let me think. What shop got them C15 engines and be all decked out? Is it Pittsburgh Power? PDI? Is it PDI? PDI. Diesel. Let me look on the IG. But then again, I think those only 40,000. Let me see. I think a C16 cat is about 60,000. I don't know if it's PDI though. Yeah, it's about 40K. That's what I'm trying to figure out what's 60K. I just seen one that high. I don't know if it was PDI. Somebody built those engines. They like C16s. I will have to look it up. I will have to look it up. I don't remember. I didn't see them before on Instagram, but that's most definitely not how much an engine costs though. But 60,000 is a lot. That's a lot of money. Anyways, okay. What's the next question? Let's go back to the chat. Just emailed you. Okay, let me look again. Go back to the email. What email did you send it to? Oh, okay, I see it. Jackson? Okay, I got the email now. Okay, where we at? At 60K, it should have a 7-year warranty at least. Let me scroll back up. What email do you normally use? I check out 3 of them. Yeah, they was said $40,000 for the $15,000 flat tire. I remember calling SoCal. I said, SoCal, these fools said $40,000. I was out of business at that point. Yeah, I was out of business at that point. The YouTubers had won. The lease drivers, they had won. Boy, I'm talking about they had Jaws, boy, he was popping big bottles, boy. Jaws was big, raggedy, savage, macho man at the time, boy. They was celebrating heavy, popping bottles. They had about a year to pop the bottles. They did. But the celebration, for whatever reason, when that tow truck showed up and picked up the flat top, and it went over to the secret shop, and I showed that very first video of just all the cylinder heads off and the new pistons being inserted. All of a sudden, the celebration it kind of slowed down. I didn't understand why it slowed down. But then it picked back up. It picked back up because we had got an oil leak, as y'all know. We had put a brand new turbo on, and we didn't change out the gasket. Not the turbo gasket, but coming off the turbo is a pipe, the oil line, the oil return line. It's got a gasket. We didn't replace that gasket. And my favorite lease driver at the time, they started building steam back. They thought the end frame was, a waste of time. And here we are in 2023, and they are nowhere to be found. Okay, so funny how that works out. That shop was in Memphis. No, I didn't get that truck rebuilt in Memphis. Michael got a question. Anybody ever get a number for a woman that was checking you in? Checking me into what? What your heart beating for? You scared? Scared of what? Did you write something before that? You didn't write nothing before that. My number one fan is in here. So I got 5 copyright strikes on you. I don't know if you know this or not. How can I tell it to you? You know I got your phone number. You know I know what you look like. You got dreads. I seen your picture. I got your information. You know I know who you are. You know how I got your information. But you just continue to play this game. Checking in at the shipper. You said, do I got a number for the woman that was checking me in at the shipper? What you mean? Streetport. I'm confused. What shipping in Streetport? You saying how I got a number for the customer? 448. Are you gonna respond to what I just said? Or you didn't know the information? Now come on now, you didn't came on here, you wrote this comment. I know you didn't know. So I'm letting you know. Now don't stop typing just because now you know I know who you are. Don't slow down on the typing. Because you know where it's going to lead to from here. So keep typing. Don't slow it down. Okay? Don't slow down. You need you to speed up. Don't try to backtrack. You got to speed it up. Like this. Any advice about quality carriers as a starter tanker company? Got your advice. Let's get into it. Quality carriers. I used to like quality carriers. I did. But they changed. See, when I got into quality carriers, of course you gotta have your hazmat. Number one, I live beside the tank wash. I was like 15 minutes from the tank wash. So how it worked was, my particular terminal, which I think I worked for corporate. They got corporate and then they got, I guess, like third party terminals. I was at the corporate terminal, okay? So how it worked was, our terminal had their own accounts. All our accounts was out and back. So with any type of tanker work, chemicals, food grade, after you get loaded and delivered, you got to get a tank wash before you can load the next product. Unless it's the same product, sometimes they'll top load, but more than likely, you got to get a tank wash. So I would go from Memphis, Tennessee to either Texas or up to Ohio. Out, come back empty to the tank wash. I did that for about a year and 4 months running hazmat, flammable, okay? This is why I liked it at the time, before they changed. See, at the time when I joined, it was a big mega carrier. They mega carry all the money. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I thought they had all the money. They big tanker company. Before COVID-19, 2020, because if I say 19, they may shut down China. So COVID 2020. Before that, quality carriers used to, if you're an owner-operator, whatever parts you needed on your truck, they bought the parts, took them out your settlement. They installed the parts, took them out your settlement. You didn't have to do anything. So they did all my airbags, all my shots. They did my oil pump on the Mercedes. I can't remember all that they did. Y'all had to go back and watch the videos. But anything I needed fixed, I just left the truck at the terminal. The mechanics fixed the truck, and they just took it out of my cylinder. So at that time, I wasn't paying for no repair. If I would have known better, see, I didn't know any better then. I should have just had them replace damn near everything that I could possibly think of, but it is what it is. But anyway, so that was before COVID 2020, okay? Now, when COVID 2020 hit, Shit. Huh. They didn't have no more money. Yeah, matter of fact, they started telling the drivers, "Hey man, we ain't the bank, man. We ain't the bank." They said we ain't the bank. They said, "Yeah, man, we can't help y'all with nothing. You can't borrow a dollar. We ain't paying for no parts, no nothing, nothing on nothing. When you break down, leave your shit on the side of the road. We'll have somebody come hook up our trailer." So they didn't really have the money that I thought they were having. And the thing was, me running flammables out and back 3 to 4 times a week for goddamn $2,000 a week, because that's all I was making. Now $2,000 a week every single week, like clockwork, consistently living in Memphis, Tennessee, that's real good money, okay? Not as an owner operator, but just bring it in 2,000. It's the same thing. I was gonna say dirty trucking. The Love's truck driver. I forgot his DB. I forgot what does DB stand for? Y'all know Love's truck driver. Dirty broke. There we go. So I was gonna say dirty trucking. Dirty broke. Okay, the same thing he making as a company driver. The 2,000. That's how much I was making. I was doing about 3 times a week. Okay, so and like I said, I was out and back. So for 2,000 a week as an owner operator, I didn't know any better though. Keep in mind, these carriers play a lot of games. So Tennessee up to Zanesville, Ohio, that's about a 12-hour trip. I forgot how many miles that is. About 600 something miles. They told us it only paid like $2,400. Out of that $2,400, we only got 65%. Okay. If I hear my own carrier and I hear my own chemical tanker, and it's a hazmat flung below, you gotta have $5 million plus insurance. Ain't no way in the world that load is gonna be paying $2,400. Don't even make any sense. I think at that time, plus drive-in was paying 600 miles was $2,400. How much it was actually paying though? Do you I just say $10 a mile. Okay, so I say 600 miles, $6,000. That's what I say. Okay, but $2,400, insane. It's flammable. It's a flammable load. But anyway, so at the time it was good, but after my truck blew up, I had it rebuilt. I just left. I just straight up left after that. So that's what happened with this situation. Okay, back to it. Where we at? Any advice on quality carriers? Michael says, let's talk about Coco. Okay, so today is Coco's birthday. So happy birthday to Coco. I'm pretty sure everybody's watching. So here we go. See, we talked about Coco. Gear driven. Come over here while I pull tanks. Hits have solid work history. 150 a year coming in the door. What you haul over there? Gear driven. Have I seen your travel? I have seen your travel. No, that's 802. That's 802 tank. God damn, that's some strong power. That is some strong alcohol. You need some moderators. Oh. Yeah, I could. Yeah. You said, what insurance class is in Texas? I'm trying to get my old lady into it. Trucking with T. What state is y'all license? Y'all driver license? The only way you can do Texas is if you either got a Texas address or if your state don't have a license. Yeah, you in Georgia, so you're going to have to take the insurance adjuster class in Georgia because Georgia offers a license. So you look up insurance adjuster classes in Georgia. You got to get licensed in Georgia because they got their own license. But once she get the Georgia license, it's reciprocal to Texas. So she gotta get Georgia first, then she can get Texas, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina. She can get every other state after that, except New York, California, I think Hawaii. I make 800 a week OTR, 3 weeks on, 2 days off. You brand new to truck driver, hopefully, right? So if you got more than 1 year of experience, I would, well, depending on where you work, I would say stay at the company and just switch trailers and learn a new skill. So if you're doing dry van right now, let's say you're at Prime, you're doing dry van, switch over to the flatbed division, learn that skill. You ain't got this, ain't no point in just switching carriers. Just learn a new skill right there till you get some more time under your belt. Alright, so okay, I took care of that, okay. Yeah, just learn a new trailer. Learn all the trailers you can while you brand new. 448 got blocked. Nana boo boo. Where can I find a 3-day insurance class? They only offer it so far in Texas, but you gotta have a Texas address. Basically, your license gotta be Texas. Or you gotta be in a state that don't require a license. Like Tennessee don't require a license. So I could take the Texas. But yeah, y'all gotta like just Google the information and y'all will see. No, if you found one in Georgia, just see if they offer the license. As long as they offer the license, it may be hard to pass though, but I don't just know schools off the top of my head, but I know if she in Georgia, she most definitely got to get the Georgia license. You know, now as far as schools, you know, I don't have any information on the schooling, you know, but I mean, let's see. Do y'all know how many dudes ask me about Coco on a daily basis? I mean, on a daily basis. It's got to be the number one question that Andrew get asked. The number one question. 448 was such a simp that he reached out to Coco. He did. He reached out to Coco, told her where he worked at, sent the pictures, sent his phone number. That's how I know what he looked like. I know he got long dreads. I know he was around a little adult store on the internet. I got all your information. Okay? And I got 5 copyright strikes on you. 5, okay? You notice I keep count, right? There's a reason why I'm keeping count. You're one of them people that's got to learn the hard way. Okay? Now, you know I got all your information. You got to learn the hard way. And there's nothing wrong with learning the hard way. Okay? There's nothing. You just keep doing you, my brother. Now I know you blocked and you can't respond, but you're still watching. And I want you to watch. We don't want you to miss anything. We don't want you to miss anything. Okay? You see? Because I'm the only person that know who you are. Okay? So you got to keep watching. Okay? You're my number one fan. Okay? It's not like you're going to pull up. You know, you wouldn't dare pull up on Andrew. You wouldn't dare pull up on Andrew, would you? You know why I live? You got my ass. You wouldn't dare pull up on Andrew. What? Okay. Now that we got that out the way. Now I know you want to type back. I didn't block you. You got blocked. I didn't block you. You got blocked. You got blocked. You got my phone number. You got my address. You just pull up. You pull up. Make sure you do a little short so I can hit you with another copyright. See? Wait, hold on. Let me get it right. You can pull up. You can pull up, my friend. 10 seconds. You got to cut it out. You know what to do. You know what to do. Put some funny music behind it, too. Give me like them San Andreas glasses, you know, like that, with the hat, with the cigar. You know what to do. Okay. Enough of that. Okay. Where are we at? They said the classes I signed her for are specialized in teaching how to pass the test. See, that right there is that's what I'm talking about. They weren't supposed to tell you that, but yeah. There are classes that I didn't know this, okay? Unfortunately, I did not know this. But yes, there's classes out there that they just only teach the test only. I did it the hard way, unfortunately. I did it the hard way. I had to study for 6 months, and yeah. How much is it total to open a motor carrier? Also, why is it expensive as hell to get an automatic restriction removed? Wow, how much it costs to get an automatic restriction removed? I don't know nothing about that. You said it's expensive? What they charge y'all for that? I thought you just got to test out and that's it. Where we at? How much is it total to open a motor carrier? Okay, it's a good question. To get my insurance was about 2,300 down. So 2,300 down, and I think I paid $300 for my authority. $2,600. That's about how much I paid to get my motor carrier open. So, there we go. Oh no, it ain't no clip in here, man. There's no clip. You must have missed the early part of the video. I was shooting earlier, my friend, so I got to reload. Still, we steady reloading. It's gonna take a minute. We gotta reload. We in Texas, baby. We in Texas. See, I'm like every other Texan, you know, exercising our rights, baby. Just in case. You never know when a fuck nigga gonna pull up, so you got to be ready. No, you don't need a gun for white people. You need a gun for niggas. Okay, so, yeah. And niggas like hot lead. They do. They like real hot lead. I prefer brass. Get you some full metal jacket brass. Look, it's nice and tight up in here. Get you some. Because niggas, they got to learn the hard way. Okay, so get you some full like that right there. You see that right there? See that? That's just. Unfortunately, it's just the time we live in. The time we live, you never know. I'm just saying, that's what they like. Some of these people you can't talk to, man. Some of these people, they get attitude, boy. You got to. That's why I keep it in my pocket. I ain't. Oh boy, y'all just don't. I keep it in my pocket, boy. Y'all just don't know. That's right, so okay, we don't need no gun for the white people. This is niggas over here. That's it right there. That's unfortunately that's the world we live in. I keep mine in my pocket. Let's see where we at. Spence and Crawford just got canceled. For real? God damn. Well, that's kind of a good thing. Is it? Let me Google that. Did it get canceled for real? Spence versus Crawford. Yep, says canceled. Wait, let me see. What did they cancel it for? I gotta research that. What did get canceled for? I gotta check on YouTube, see what they're saying. Trucking with T is getting his title in 3 weeks. That means you officially get inducted into the CAS trucking crew. So you get to be one of us now. Now you get to be the one that actually gets picked on. That's right. You're gonna get picked on by all the other people that's leasing. That's right. You get to be one of us. Burger King is overrated. Brandon late to the party. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be a good feeling. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Now you say, now you get the title in 3 weeks, or you finish the lease in 3 weeks? Because that's 2 separate things. Now I know you're at Prime Meat, so you know why I'm asking that now. You know, when I'm talking to Prime Meat drivers, we got to clarify. Does the lease end in 3 weeks, or are you getting the actual title to the vehicle in 3 weeks? Because, okay, you're getting the title. Good. Thank God. Whew. I had another driver tell me the same thing. He said, yeah, man. He did 4 years. I guess lease purchase and leasing is 2 different things. He said they was giving him some type of $15,000 lease in thing, everything but the title. I'm just like, oh my God. He's like, yeah, man, then I get to release all over again for another 4 years. I'm like, oh man, so the 15,000, they just paying you the money you already made. They just didn't pay you. Because it's not extra money, it's money you made them. They just didn't pay you that money throughout the year. You'll make a video. 2007 Century Mercedes engine CAS. Title in hand. What type of firearm is it? Oh, this right here is the Hellcat Pro. This is the Hellcat Pro right here with the laser. I was hooking up my inverter and refrigerator. Got to have an inverter, got to have a refrigerator. You said you gotta go back to certified training school to take the CDL courses again and test out in the manual. Oh my God. Well, that sounds like $3,000 at minimum. Well, back in the day, I don't know what it is now. Wow. Shit. Man, that's a lot of money. What I seen some of the older drivers do that got the automatic restriction, man, just find a company that they only got manual trucks, like for example the oil field, just if they even check for the automatic restriction, boy, like they won't. Just go jump in one of their trucks and learn how to drive the truck yourself. Said 3K is not it at all. How much do they want? That's how you do it in Alabama. You gotta pay again to test out 26 to 3,000. An opportunity came across 2014 Pro Star with a match force. Oh, usually when you say match force, we stop the conversation right there. But we're gonna keep reading. For 4,500, in your opinion, swap the motor right into a die. Ooh-wee. Boy, them match forces, boy, they getting cheaper and cheaper over the years, huh? How many miles they got on it? About 300,000? How many miles they got on it? And is that the one with 2 turbos? My personal opinion is I would leave it right there where it was at. That's my personal opinion. 530 miles, and it's only going for $4,500, and you're going to take the risk. First of all, let's think about it. Okay, you want to spend $4,500 on a match force, and you want to drive it till it dies, as if the person selling it for $4,500 didn't drive it till it died. Don't you think so? But you want to be the one. You gonna spend $4,500 and you're gonna drive it till it dies, as if the person selling you the truck has not already drove it till it died on him. No, I don't recommend it. No, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. But I tell you what I do recommend. You can tell him that, hey, look, you got $1,000. $4,500 is too much. I have 300 cars, trucks for sale. I miss my high school crush. That's what I was saying. Monty, a school, a company can teach you on a truck. Where am I at this? Wait a minute. You saying it's 2 to 4,000, go to school all over again. God damn, boy. Whew. 2 to 4,000. Well, that's cheap. You know, a lot of these truck drivers out here, they paying like $10,000, $13,000 for Roadmaster, and they asking right now they asking Biden, can he forgive their CDL school? So, I guess trucking came down to that. Trucking has came down to that. I'm trying to get into heavy hauling, trying to go platinum main, build a mansion. Ain't nothing wrong with getting into heavy hauling. We were looking into that also. But you know them heavy haul trucks cost a lot of money. Okay, cost a lot of money. I'm thinking about buying an older international cab over or something for 10 to 15,000, calling it day pass to lease travels. Old school was looking at a cab over also for 8,500 with a 855 Cummins. He was gonna buy that truck for, I think he said like 8,000, 85, somewhere right there. He was gonna take that. He said the only thing he was gonna do was, what was he was saying something about the fuel pump. He was like he was gonna change a button on the number 10 fuel pump. That's all he was gonna do to it on the international cab over. Turn up the fuel pump, run that some bitch to it blow for 8,000. And that was a 1980 something truck with a Cummins, 855 Cummins. But old school been in the game since the 1990s, so you know. SoCal said he enjoy low boy. There's a lot of money in it. It's a lot of power and ownership. A lot of power and freedom. Power and freedom. Okay, any more questions? It's almost lunchtime for me, man. I got to go eat. What am I going to eat today, man? I'm actually leaving. This is my last day in the hotel room. So I'll be traveling all day tomorrow. I get out of class tomorrow at like 4 p.m. So class started at 9 a.m. So I'll be traveling back to Tennessee. And that's it. How many hours is that? 10 hours. 10-hour drive. So I got a long way to go. And it's all night driving too. So this is my last day in this hotel. It's a pretty cool room, man. Let me show y'all the room. That's what the room look like. This is comfort here right here. So I can see a lot of space up in here. I was actually gonna stay at the Wyatt, but they wouldn't let me check in at freaking Florida Borders, so I ended up here, and I was like, oh, it's a pretty good room, so shit, I ended up getting right here. Got a refrigerator and shit, microwave, got the restroom in here, couch, all that good stuff. So it's a pretty cool room right here. I don't know how much they charge me a night. I want to say it's like 120 a night, somewhere right in there. I don't remember. Get Poe for lunch. Poe, what is Poe? Let me write it down. P-H-O. I like this chicken, okay? I'm gonna check them out. I mean, dinner time is 6:15. German says he gotta get the dry van off his back. Red Top Rich is in the building. How much should I save for my truck plus repairs on the 07? You gotta watch the beginning of the video. We just we went through the whole process. But I guess that's about it. I'm finna go and grab some food, cause I ain't eat all day. Man, it's been a long day. Thought I'd come out with a trucking video because the insurance was boring a lot of people. Boring a lot of truck drivers, but the truck drivers had been listening. Why are they listening? Because I know some of y'all didn't want to hear about the insurance, but you were listening anyway. You went and finally did the research, and the research that you came on about suggested you better get into it. I know. $4 a mile for driving. Let's see. What you doing in Texas? I'm doing insurance school in Texas. That trucking related. Yeah, I'm down here for insurance school. But yeah, I'm finna get up off of here and go grab some food. It's pronounced FA.PO. Okay. What up, party? Yeah, I saw you got to do office with security, SoCal. I saw that. New business venture. Am I hiring owner ops and company drivers? Right now, we ain't hiring nothing because I'm outside of trucking right now. I'll catch y'all this time. Finna hop up over here. See what type of food we can get it. How long is it gonna take me to figure out how to, oh, it's over here. Alright, y'all make sure to watch the replay, hit the like button. It's 3 hours long. We'll catch y'all on the next one.